Hello, everybody. How you all doing? Hope you're all doing well. Just got up from the old night shift. Quick cup of coffee. Brush the old teeth and thought I'd come on down. Mrs. P's gone to bed because she was obviously up early with Riley boy this morning. Kids have gone to school. So I'm pretty much on my Todd, and I've hit a bit of a stalemate with some of his mowers. So the weather is absolutely shocking. So I thought, well, I'll come on down, fire the old StreamYard up, and come and have a chat and see who else is about this morning. And if I want to come up on panel and just see how their day's going. I understand it is a midweek, so some of you girls and guys will be at work and what have you, but there might be a few lost souls who need to have a conversation and need to fire their day up and what have you. So I thought I'd go live. Oh, we've got 2 or 3 in the house already. That's cool. Mark Wakefield, how you doing, buddy boy? Whereabouts are you working today, mate? Because it is particularly crap at the moment. Mark Wakefield is one of the old buddies I used to work with on the railway, but he couldn't handle it. He had to get out. Jason Hughes, how you doing, mate? Is it afternoon? Still morning, Jace. It's 11:59, mate. Can you correct that for me? AJP Garden Services, Garden Machines. How are you doing? I got to watch one of your videos, actually, mate. I did see you banged one out just the other day. I need to pop over and have a little look at it. I haven't done it as of yet. Norm's Mowers, how are you doing? Nice to see you, Norms. Gary Butler, how are you doing? Nice to see you too, buddy. Hope you're well. Hope you're well. Mr. Snobby Scrap Picker, yo, how are you doing, buddy? Hope you and Dusty are having a nice day. You're playing in a compost in New Haven. What are you doing over there in New Haven? Vince F, good morning. How are you doing? Rob McGrill, how are you doing? Buying Space, hello, how are you? Telling the house, which is pretty cool. Don't forget to give the thumbs up on the way in or way out. I don't really mind which one it is. That'll be good. So, as I say, my day has not started off too bad, but there's just no one indoors. So I'm not going to sit indoors on my own and just sit there and vegetate. So I thought I'd put a pot of coffee on and come down the old shed. However, my heating has now stopped. I've run out of gas. So it's a little bit parky, but I'll just put my big boy pants on and get on with it and not let it worry me. So that's cool. So yeah, Mark Wakefield. Hello there. Yeah, Mark Wakefield was a buddy of mine who I used to work on the railway with, Snob. Worked together for many years, actually. Pouring it down in Notch. Yeah, it's not good here. Actually, down on the south coast, we've actually got about 4 weather warnings in place. So I read on Facebook, but that could be fake news, and we all know what fake news and drama is like on Facebook and what have you. So it is blowing a hoolie, but it's not as bad as what I thought it was going to be. But there you go. Hey ho. Dusty Blonde, how are you doing, sweetheart? How's your tattoo doing, babe? Hope you're doing well. What are you up to today, darling? 13 in the house. Numbers are climbing slowly, which I expect on a sort of a midday unannounced live stream. But that's the way I rock. Just push your button as and when I like. So I've had a few bits in over the past week or so. As you saw, somebody, Diesel guy bought off my Amazon wish list, which you can find in most of my videos. He bought me a GoPro set of accessories, which is super, super cool. It is the cheaper version. That's why I put it up. It's not actually an authentic GoPro. It's just a cheaper version, but it's just going to help me out. It's got one little tripods in there and some little helmet sort of cams in it and bits and pieces, just so you can change your channel up a bit, that sort of good stuff. Let's bring that over that way a touch, because my lighting is shocking. I've had to put a lamp up because my lighting's gone. Well, Snob, I used to work with Mick, just come down for the abuse. Well, nothing changes there. And there you go, you see, Mark, just goes to prove to you, I've never changed, you know what I mean? I'm always the same old Mick. Yeah, I go. Yeah, definitely, yeah. I'll go live when I want to go live, and we have a good chat, and hopefully we'll get a few people up in a minute, and we'll have a good old sort out. Michael, how are you doing, buddy boy? Nice to see you. Hope you're all doing well. So it all looks like you're playing nicely in the chat. Up to 17 people in the chat already, and we've only been going 5 minutes. That's amazing. It's raining and windy down here in Warwickshire. Supposed to change into the front. Supposed to be changing a front snapped coil spring on my car, but have no garage. That's not good. Have you got a set of spring retractors? Because you'll need them, won't you? You might come up in a bit. Yeah, cool, Dust. No problem. Nice to see you, sweetheart. As and when you like. No pressure. Blind TV, what's up, my boy? How you doing? Nice to see ya. Everyone's rock and rolling. 15 in the house. Thumbs up on the way in would be cool, or thumbs down if you so wish to do so. I also collect those at the same time. So on top of that, GoPro stuff, I also managed to get this little baggage in, and this is, pardon me, this is the nuts and bolts and stuff to the haterette, because they sent me one lot through already. The blades I bought for a separate company, but the bolts I bought off a separate company, and they only sent me 3 bolts, 4 washers, and 4 nuts. So I couldn't attach the last bit of the blade. So I rang them up and told them my dilemma. And they said, we'll send you one out, no problem. So they then sent me this lot back out, and they've done it again. They've sent a complete package out, 3 bolts, 4 nuts, 4 washers. So I've got enough to do the job. I've got a few spare, but it didn't give me a complete spare kit again. So that's twice. So, however, I can now get the haterette back in from out the store and get that one done this week. So that'd be good. You're doing great, are you, Blind? Nice to see you. Bama Mud Mower, how are you doing, buddy boy? I did see you message me on not WhatsApp, on Hangouts just a bit, mate. I did see that. And Gordon, how are you doing? Rocking 19 in the house. 19 in the house. Only been going 7.5 minutes. That is outstanding. So nice to see so many of you people join the midday and giving your time up to come and watch this bald fat man in the shed. Nice to see you all. So what I'll do, I'm going to bang the link out. The rules are very, very simple, ladies and gentlemen. You know the rules on the Micks Mowers show. It's very, very simple. You just got to play nice. You play nice, you have the camera turned on, audio turned on. And if you can't play nice, you'll be gone. It's as simple as that. That's just how I rock and roll. As long as we're all getting on with each other, that's what it's all about. Anyone that has been blocked in my live streams for some reason, I think I had a mod that was a bit unruly. Not quite sure what was going on really, but I have unblocked 2 of you. Which were blocked. I think there may have been slips of thumbs, or it may have been a heavy trigger finger mod, but they have since been unblocked. So hopefully you're good. Tim Spannerman has come rocking in with a good morning, Mick, and all in the chat. How you doing, mate? JCT, how are you doing? Nice to see you. So anyway, without me rambling on too much, let's 23 in the house. My word, that's good. That's good for a midday bash. Good to see nice big numbers like that coming on in. Right, there's the link. Link is in. So don't all rush to your phones now and start tapping the link and filling my panel up. You know what I'm saying? I'll probably be here for the next 6 hours waiting for someone else to come up. But the link is there. Don't feel pressurized. You don't have to come up and spend your day with me. It's up to you. But do you know what? I think I've got a bit of a cold coming on. I've got a bit of a snivel. But I'm a big boy. I can cope with that. So how are we liking the new mic? I think I've got the settings sorted now. I know that I was on some other streams a little while back, and I was getting this noise like someone smacking a ruler on the old table, and what have you, and a bit of echo. But hopefully the sound is a bit better for you. My word, Gordon has just come straight in with a massive £2 super chat. Thank you very much, buddy boy. I should put that towards Riley's Kinder Egg Fund. Thank you very much indeed for that. I'm popping down the shops. He's still got some from Snobby and Dust. He sent him a load. He hasn't got through that lot yet. And then he's got a few more super chats throughout the week. So I do have to go down the shop and buy him about 15 at some point. So I'll try and just hold him back a bit. I was eat the whole lot in one sitting. It's just started lashing down the rain. You can probably hear that on the roof. So thank you very much for that, Gordon. Much appreciated. Super cool. To be fair, it may not be a cold. I think I have literally not long got out of bed, so it could just be the morning stuff, first pot of coffee on, it could just be all that sort of good stuff. But I felt all right last night. Mick, about 50. Yeah, that's cool. So whatever, mate. Yeah, I didn't know if you was about or not. But just a random live, buddy. So I wasn't quite sure if you was about. That's not the intention, buddy. But if you're about, of course you can. Yeah, no worries. Oh no, just got over my cold. Yeah, well, apparently lots of people have had colds for a little while, but I've managed to dodge it. Pete Froud is in the house. How you doing, Pete? Nice to see you. No crash helmet, Mick. All safe. Yes, the beams have now been moved, which is fantastic. We've got someone trying to come up here in a minute once he turns his camera on, or she. Move back just a smidge, please, baby. I can't quite see it. Move back. All I can see is your ear roll. Move your camera back so I can see your beautiful face. I can't see your face. If I can't see your face, you can't come up. It's as simple as that. You're going to move back a bit. Oh, there you go. A bit better. Yep. And can you just touch your eyebrow for me? Touch your eyebrow. If you don't do it, you ain't coming up. Touch your eyebrow. This is your eyebrow that's above here. If you just stroke your eyebrow for me, but don't do it suggestively. Until you do that, you can't come up. I'm watching. It ain't going to happen. Cherokee Rebel, how are you doing? Nice to see you. Stefan, how are you doing? Nice to see you too, buddy boy. Hope you're doing well. Grandad's workshop's coming too. How's that? Are you going to stroke that eyebrow of yours or not? It's a command you have to do in order for me to bring up on the stream. Because until you stroke your eyebrow down there in the basement, you ain't coming up. You got to do it. Because you could just be a troll who's taking a photograph of your image, you see. And without doing my special commands, you ain't coming up. The rain started lashing down. I can see you down there in the basement. I can see you. I can see you're there. But you need to touch your eyebrow for me to bring you up. Just like this. You got to do it. You stay down there all day if you don't. Row, rocking 31 in the house on a midday stream. That's fantastic. 31. That's super, super cool. I wasn't expecting anywhere near those sort of numbers. You're all fantastic people. Whoever it was in the basement, I take it that was you, Blind, trying to come up with it. If it was you, Blind, just say yes in the chat for me. But you need to follow my commands, mate. It's just what I do to make sure that I don't get no one coming up on the old panel that I don't want. So how you doing, Cherokee? Nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. Alan, how you doing? I'm keeping well, mate. I'm doing really well, yeah. I was in the shed yesterday. You may have saw my last video banged out yesterday. I was in here lifting the old beams up. So that's been done. Yeah, we were rolling at 31 dust. So that's been done. And no more banging on the barnet. And I'm not joking now. When you're bald like me and have no air, banging the Swede is one thing, but banging the Swede at the same spot repeatedly, it can knock a man. It can ruin a man's day. You're okay, Cherokee. Good to hear, buddy. Good to hear. I hope you're well. So the link is in the chat. Feel free to come on up if you want to. But as I say, you must follow some commands that I'll have. Some may seem a bit funny and a bit out there, but I have to get you to do it to make sure that you're not somebody who has taken a video of somebody else's channel. That's what's happening. That's how these people are getting on. We have somebody just coming on in now. He's acting stupidly enough for me to know it's actually him without having to give him any commands. Hey, can you just move your microphone up and back down, please? Yep, lovely. Thank you. Right, here he comes. We've got our first contender of the day, Mr. Doug Sweener. How you doing, Dougie boy from Bama?
What's up? What's up?
How you doing, Doug? We're rocking at 32 in the house on a midday bash, Doug. This is crazy, man.
Good morning. Good morning from Talladega, Alabama, y'all.
How are you doing? Lucky Seven's just rocked in the house too. How are you doing, Lucky? Nice to see you, Mike. Hope you're doing well.
Hey, Lucky.
Doing okay. What's Lucky just say? Lucky's saying, good morning, everybody. Just arrived at work. Yeah, but that means you just arrived at work, which means you're going to have the next 2 hours sat down in your chair not doing a lot. That's what that means. You think I'm crazy? You think I'm stupid? I ain't.
You did a nice job on your shop, man, fixing that problem.
I had to have it, Doug. I had to have it because honestly, it's we've all banged our head. Gareth, yo, how you doing? We've all banged our head, and we know what it's like. But when you got no cushioning, and you repeatedly keep hitting the same spot about 3 or 4 times, it becomes unbearable. So I decided I've got to do something with it.
I was wondering you didn't draw blood.
Oh, I cut myself wide open, and one of the times I was actually doing a video. I tried to edit most of it out, but I couldn't get it. I was over here, and I was in my toolbox. I turned around and I walked headstrong into that, and I tell you, I was seeing stars. I darn near knocked myself clean out. So that's not a good thing, Doug. So yeah, I was in here yesterday. And I made some adjustments that needed doing. So now I can stand up, and they're set to roughly 6 foot 3 1/4. I'm 6'2", and I'm only ever going to get shorter as I get older. So, hopefully,
just make sure you don't. Just make sure you ain't got your work boots on when you walk in there.
I don't think work boots is going to be a problem, Doug. I think it's going to be the high heels that are going to be the issue. You know what I'm saying? Cherokee, the weather in England, we've actually got weather warnings on at the moment. We've got gale force winds coming, and we're lashing down with rain, gale force winds, and not very nice at all, mate. It's blowing a hoolie, but it ain't too bad. It's warm and dry inside here, so it's all good. It's all good. I've done that on an engine
storm that we had this past weekend.
To be fair, Doug, that's probably what we're copping. With you American guys and girls, we generally cop everything that you guys have. And by the time it gets over the Atlantic, generally it's downscaled quite a bit. But I think they said we've got 70-mile-an-hour winds coming in. So I dare say it's the tail end of that storm that you guys had. But it's only a batten down the hatches. You know, it's no biggie. So we'll be all right. Oh no, you left Toolbox alone, I hope. Well, it wasn't. I tell you something. I could have got a chainsaw out and had a right massacre in a Cherokee. I tell you, it wasn't good because you, as I keep saying, when you bang that same spot, it's a bit like using a hammer, isn't it? You bang, you hit a nail, you miss it, and you thump your thumb. You know, and Sod's law is you get in such a mood, you hit the nail even harder, and you hit the same thumb, don't you? You know what I mean? It's that kind of pain. So yeah, I've just lifted the beams up to 6 foot 3 1/4, which is out of my height range. So I think the only issue is if I come through the shed at a bit of a pace, and then you sort of bob, don't you? So there is a risk I possibly could, but I'm never going that fast in the shop. So even this morning, I walked in like I had a bad back, and but I remembered I'd actually cut the beams. So I am conscious of it. So that, yeah, 70-mile-an-hour winds is not too bad. It's okay. You know, most of our houses over here are all solid brick, as you know. So you know those sort of winds don't muck with the property so much. It's more the infrastructure where the trees come down and that sort of stuff. That seems to be the biggest problem. Who else we got in here? Was Pete Frau. Big tree went down around here. Yes, there you go. Exactly that. See, that's what's about. We got big trees over here, and they tend to not do very well. These are guys who come in. Hi, Mick. I see you got your gift. Yeah, I did, mate. Yeah, I pumped it out in the video to say thank you. This is the guy that gave me a gift off my Amazon wish list, gents and ladies. Go and check him out. These are guys, super cool. So yeah, I've done that, and whilst I was mucking about in the shop yesterday, I decided to go ahead and order a set of LED lights. Now, they should be here, I'm hoping, tomorrow. I've only bought 2 for now, just to see how they pan out. And I was toying with the idea of putting the lights down the beams. But I think I'm going to get a bit of glare off of the camera when I do that. I've got an LED light just in front of me here to improve my complexion. No, it's not. It's just because it's darkening about it. And my camera picks that up and gives that glare. So I don't think I'll be doing that. But however, somebody did mention what a good idea would be is to run the LED lights going through as normal and then maybe paint the roof white. So if I paint the roof white, I might get some good results from that.
I shall be back. I got a little 6-year-old girl don't want to get dressed for school.
That's cool. That's cool. No worries, mate. Any problems, you just tell her that Uncle Mick said go and do it.
Okay, I'll do it.
All right, buddy. I'll see you in a bit. No worries. So yeah, what I'm hoping to do is run 2 LED lights. As you can see in the back of my shed, it's really dark. You know, it's not good at all. Not good lighting compared to up here. And that's the glare I'm already getting off of just one light, and the same glare off of the LED. So I'm guessing if I put lights down the rafters, I'm going to get the same glare. So what I'm thinking of doing is put an LED light up in there, up in the middle section, just for now. Try LED in there, and then paint the roof white, and it probably a matte rather than a vinyl or gloss. If I matte it, it shouldn't shine too much coming back. So that's what I'm going to go for. I'm going to paint the roof white and then see how we get on. Yes, paint the roof white. I did my father-in-law's. Makes a difference. There you go. Yeah. See, it wasn't my idea, and I don't take credit for other people's ideas and work. So I can't remember who it was off the top of my head said about painting it, but that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to paint the roof white, I think. I should trial the far end first, just to see how much glare I get off that on the camera. But I don't think I'll get a great deal. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 8 windows in the front here, and don't forget we are in winter time. So at the minute, can you please take your hat off and then put your hat back on? You've got to do it, otherwise you can't come up. It's as simple as that. You've got to do it. It's no good you
just safety precaution.
I know it's cold where you are. No, that doesn't count. Take it off and put it back on. If you don't do it, you ain't coming up there. Oh, there you go. Oh, you just like me. Come on up, Mike. Come on up, buddy boy. How you doing, Mike?
I'm doing good. How's everybody doing over there?
We're doing all right, buddy boy. We're doing all right.
Ah, look at there. He got his welding helmet on.
We're doing good. To be fair, that improves your looks by about 90%.
Morning, brother.
Good morning.
You just got in there, Mike?
Yeah, I just got in. Traffic was bad. They had they had the highway shut down for a while.
That's why I work. Ooh. That's why I work night. I work nights, mate, because you get no traffic on the road at night time. I can do like 50 to 80 miles in like 30 minutes. It's done. You know what I mean? No problem at all.
My wife's car don't go that fast.
Only if it's my work van, it's restricted. But you'll be surprised working nights, having nothing else on the road. You know, all them junctions and roundabouts just all fold into one. So what's on the menu today, Mike?
Still got the old Dodge truck there, Mike.
What's going on today? Well, I got a boatload of stuff to do today. I have a plow to work on. I have 12 tires, which is 11 R24.5s to be able to mount on 2 different trucks. I have 24 tires on the other side, which is the third bay. I gotta chunk those tires and fill them with the foam fill to make them solid fill.
Okay.
And I got probably about 4 turf tires that has to be done today. Yeah, so I'm gonna be busy.
Well, keeping busy is one thing you're not particularly used to, so it could be a new day for you. You know,
I think when you bump your head, you got a little brain damage up there.
Mate, you ain't got to tell me. I had that before I banged my head. You know what I mean? I had that before I clouded it, but it's no big deal. But now I've actually done my rafters. My head is safe.
I haven't seen the video yet, Mike. But
what video? I got over 200 videos posted. I don't know which one you're talking about.
The one of the new ride.
Yeah.
I have not seen it yet.
The bad butt
but I want to ask you something. how was the ride itself?
I was disappointed because the woods I went into, there was absolutely no trails, and it just was overgrown too much for me to get around. So I had to get out of the woods. But soon to be, I'll take it back out in the woods probably within a couple weeks because we're expecting a lot of snow this weekend.
Well, you just have to get your snow chains on, brother, won't you?
Yeah, definitely.
No biggie for you. The only thing you got to look out for is rolling your machine over.
Yeah, breaking another leg.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't want that.
I don't think that'll go down very well. I don't think that will go down very well with the missus. To be fair, Mike.
Yeah.
I think
a lot of money.
I don't think just that. I think she might do what we call over here cop the needle with you, which means you're not going to be in her good books.
Nope.
So you're just kind of you're gonna have to drive slow for a little while. That's what you're gonna have to do.
Yeah, I already determined that's what I'm gonna have to do for a little bit.
Yeah.
Hey, Mike.
Yeah.
From the front part of that chassis.
Yep.
How much did you extend that front end?
Going to the spot where the wheels, the front axle was, or the whole entire.
Right where it butts at the end of the chassis.
Yeah. All right, we'll
From that point right there.
From where the wheels used to be.
How much did you?
Yeah, from the wheels where they used to be. Tape measure's busted. Little over 2 feet. So from the back of the mud blower, from the toolbox to the front, it's just about 8 feet.
Wow.
So
Wow.
including, it's over.
Did you overlap that frame?
Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you, I got some stock, and the whole entire frame where the motor goes with this piece here.
Right.
I did this double wall. So I got this, and I welded double walled it. So I got 2 plates just like this. Then across the front, you got the frame riding this way, and I got support going on that side. If you watch the video, you might be able to see I did some pictures at the end of the video. What the underneath looks like too.
So when you welded all that together, in your haste, you didn't consider the opportunity to put a set of bolt-on stabilizers on the outside, like outriggers, did you?
Well,
because the way it's going, Mike, you need some training wheels on there.
I'll be honest with you, that was going to be my next video. I did pick up a pair of training wheels. I already drilled the holes for it, and I was going to put a pair of training wheels on it for my next video. So there you go. Since you mentioned it, you let the cat out of the bag. So my next video, I'll have training wheels on it.
I'm only thinking of your health and safety, brother. You know what you like. You go down through them trails flat out, and you know what happens. I just think a set of puppy wheels on there would do you good.
Yep.
Lord. I don't know who's getting it worse. You or me.
Oh, come on. Now, let's be perfectly honest. Whenever you click that link to the Micks Mowers show, you know you're going to get poked with a stick at some point during the show. It's going to happen.
I'll tell you guys perfectly honest, all right? See, I'm at work. My wife can't come in here and start yelling at me. You guys, your wives could go in there because you're only in the backyard or in the other room.
Brother, she wouldn't come down here because it's absolutely lashing down with rain, and she don't want to get wet. So she's tucked up in bed. She's getting 2 or 3 hours sleeping, so she won't be coming down here anytime soon. How you doing, Donald? Nice to see you, buddy boy. Hope you're doing well. So what you working on today? What you got? Plow stuff on today, or what are you doing?
Yeah. you're familiar with the plows, they got A-frames on it. And at the end of the A-frame, they have the plow side, which is a simple pin that drops down between the plow and the A-frame. And the pin drops down into this round tube. And we have this one gentleman that hit a manhole cover, which is like a sewer cover.
Yeah.
And he never repaired it and just ovaled out. And next, you know, it just busted. So it's basically the pin that is holding everything together as far as the plow wise, but there's no retainer for the pin to stay in spot. So every time he puts the plow down and starts plowing, it just goes underneath the truck. And so I got to take that all apart, cut that tubing out, and replace it and weld a new tubing in there for the pin to stay in place.
Yeah, Mike, can you just type in the chat for me, please, mate? Cherokee Rebel wants to pick your channel up, mate, by the sounds of it. So if you can type in the channel, Mike, he can hit your 3 buttons and have a look at your channel for you.
Yep, just give me 1 minute. I also on my channel, I got more than just mud mower stuff. I got a lot of things when I do at work. I actually, based out of Massachusetts, I do OTR truck tires. I work on plows. There's a whole bunch of different type of videos up there.
So when is your plow season over then, Mike? Obviously, the answer is when the snow stops. But you know, when generally is your plow season over?
Well, back in '96, we had a storm on the April Fools, and that dropped almost, I think, 18 inches. So it could be anywhere from, you know, till then.
Yeah.
April or May. I seen it fall. I seen it fall when I used to live up towards that way in May.
So the chemical that you see behind me, which is those big totes right there, that's what they call an AB mixture. If you notice that it does have red and blue little tags on it. That chemical there, when I combine them together with a certain type of pump, it mixes it, and it's actually liquid now, but once it dries up to 48 hours, it comes to a solid filled tire, which is puncture resistant. A lot of people use them wheelbarrow tires, turf tires. And last season, before I got into these tires, which you see on the mud mower in the front, I foam filled my turf tires in the front. It added more weight.
Well, that's a good thing. At least that keeps you grounded.
Well, the little test I had over this weekend, I'm very satisfied with the weight of the front of the machine. It doesn't pop wheelies as much as it used to. So I think I just have to lower the PSI pressure on the tires a little bit, because I did ride them a little bit hard. So whenever I did go over a bump, I get that little bounce reaction on it. So if I lower the PSI pressure on it, right now I'm running 10. So if I could go maybe about 6 to 7 PSI, I think I should be just fine.
That'll be good. Where do you get your nudge bar for that then? Because that's an addition, isn't it?
What's that?
Your nudge bar, your bull bar.
That bar right there. I actually put that about a year and a half ago off of Marketplace on Facebook. That comes from a quad.
A quad bike. Okay, cool.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a good addition.
Yeah, I fabricated that. Therefore, it's only bolted on, so I could unbolt it. It comes with a bracket, so I could be able to use it on this machine, or if I did end up getting rid of it, it could be bolted up to a different type of machine, another mower.
Yeah, cool. It's coming together. It's coming together nice now. Are you pleased with the end result, Mike? Are you pleased with it now?
Fabrication is never completed.
I understand that, but
I've been on this for over 2 years now. You
must have had a vision at some point of where you wanted to go, so you must be heading in the right direction, right?
There is no vision. It's just just keep on building it until you succeed into I don't know, shouldn't say fame, but bragging rights.
Yeah,
that's the only thing I'm doing. Just bragging rights. That's it. I don't make any money off it. I do it for hobby, and most of it's all bragging rights.
Are you entering any competitions with it at all?
Bet your ass this year I'm going gun ho. Sorry for the swear, but I'll focus.
Doug, for some reason, I don't know what you've done, but you're now sideways on my screen. Doug.
Think he has the microphone off or something.
Yeah, something on. But at the moment, he's sideways. He's not doing a great deal. I don't know what he's doing. Link is in the chat if anyone wants it. People, feel free to come on up and join the Motley crew. I see Bill's just popped in. He's what's Bill up to? Bill is just having a coffee at my other job. It pays good, but flat out on the Death Star. Okay, mate. No worries. That's cool. Pleased to see you, Bill. Hope you're doing well, buddy boy.
Might as well sit down and have my coffee with you too.
Yeah, why not? Pull up a chair. I think Doug's frozen. I don't know what's going on with Doug.
Doug has to get a coat.
He has to get a coat.
Yep.
I think he took his jumper off. He did have a coat on earlier on. I think he took it off though. I'm not taking mine off. I tell you something. It's actually quite parky down here in the old shack because my heating has finally decided to run out of gas. I might try and fire it up one last time just to see if there's any gas in the bottle. But I think last night it actually used all of its gas. So we'll go and pick some more up. Let me just see if I can't just fire it up one more time.
Yeah, did you get my notification this morning?
No, I didn't, to be fair. What was that?
Yeah, first thing this morning, I got up and I put your channel on. I started watching all your videos, catch up on it. This morning, I think I got all the way up to your second live video. That was about 2 hours long, but I watched most of it.
Yeah, some of my live streams tend to go on for a little while, about 4 hours generally. But
yep,
I should only be on to about 3 o'clock today. It's 12:30 now, so I'll do a 3-hour stream or something like that, or as long as Riley Boy let me. Spice says, Mick, you have an awesome voice for broadcasting. Well, I mean, people like to come in just for a crack, but I dare say that this microphone has helped out, which was given to me as a gift, and I used it for the first time properly last week on the live stream, and I can tell the difference straight away. So it's a good one. But thanks for a comment. It's nice to know it sounds good too, and it ain't just my husky British voice. Right, I'm gonna put the link in here one more time. People, feel free to come on up. You don't have to be a YouTuber. You can be a viewer. You can be anything you like, as long as you play nice. That there be the rule. So my heater has just now worked. I don't know how long it's going to be on for before it packs up, but I've got it right next to me on bar 1, so my legs are now getting nice and toasty warm.
You know what you need to do, Mick? Seriously now. Get yourself a small TV and play your videos in the background behind you.
I could do.
That would be pretty cool.
I could do, but my videos, in hindsight, my videos are not as dramatic as yours.
Yeah, my videos are not dramatic. Last year I run down on them because I've been doing a lot of shop work because of the accident, you know?
I understand that, but the majority of your videos you have is you thrashing around the woods on your machine, which makes for good viewing. I don't know whether or not people want to see me working on a carburetor, which could take 20 minutes. Plus, with my big bald head in the way, you won't see a great deal anyway. It might be something to consider for the future. I'm not. It's not something I'm seriously thinking about. Working on a Shemel blanket for a kid. What's that all about? Revel? I don't know what that is. Let's know what that is. Hi, Doug. Where did you go?
I don't know what happened, guys. It just went sideways on me.
You went sideways. It was like you was hanging on the walls, and I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know whether to ring ER or what was going on.
I got mixed logo.
I don't know.
Say again, Mike.
I said I got your logo as my headshot.
I'm a local or a yokel?
No, your logo.
Your logo.
Look at my.
What, here?
Everybody else can see it. Yeah.
What, behind us?
Your
Oh,
logo.
you're sorry, brother. I don't know. Mate, you got to remember, it's still goddamn early over here, and I work nights, you know. So you got to keep that in mind. I get confused. So what have you been up to then, Doug? I didn't ask you what you've been doing. Have you been in the shop recently or not?
Yeah, I was yesterday for a little bit. I'm mocking up a push bar, which like Mike's got on the front end of his. Mine's different than his. Mocking one up. I got off from another machine and mocking it up, and I'm gonna probably start welding on it today. And it's raining, so I'm gonna be doing some shop time inside the shop. You know.
You shouldn't just be one of these bad weather shop guys. You know, when it's nice, you should be out in the shop too, Doug. You don't just go in the shop when it's raining.
Well, I usually do a lot of stuff outside the shop. You know what I mean?
Hey, I was going to ask a question. Whatever happened to that 1970s Ford truck you were working on? That's sort of gone quiet. What happened to that?
Yeah, I had to do a really quick finish up onto it, and I didn't get the video out, you know, and start recording what we had to do to it and everything. The floor did get welded all the way up. It's done. We put down the sound barrier down on the floor. We could put new carpet in it. We put the seat back into it, and off she went, got loaded back on the trailer, and she had a due date to be in the body shop to get painted.
Okay.
So it had to been a hurry up, get it done real quick, and go.
So will you be bringing it back to show a before and after sort of thing?
Yep. We got a few more things we got to do to it chassis wise. We got to put some new shocks on the back, and we're gonna have to put some new leaf springs on the back of it because they're plumb wore slap out. You know, they're flattened instead of having the arch onto them. They're flattened. The rear springs are completely flattened. So,
and that's just because of age, I take it.
Oh Lord, yes, it's 35 years old. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, the leaf springs you can get pretty much anywhere, can't you?
Yes, sir.
And yeah, Doug, you don't have to call me sir. And if not, you can always just make your own, can't you?
No, you would have to go get them ordered for your arch. How much arch you want into them?
What I'm saying is, I mean, but can't you just literally get some pieces of sheet steel about 9mm thick gauge, and then just put it round a tree and just put a bend in it, and then
no, that don't work that way.
What? That's gotta work. I thought you was a workaround and a get it done boy. If you just literally got some pieces of metal about 2 foot long, and then put some brackets around them, put it around a small tree, and then tie your mud mower to the other side of it, and just throttle down the road with it, and put a bend in them, that'd work.
Nah, it ain't gonna work that way.
Yeah. I see. This is a problem, Doug. You have no sense of adventure.
I just don't want to ride it out afterwards.
A quick question for you. One of the Micks videos just recently, you're talking about you needed a carburetor for, I think it was a Cola.
Yeah, 15.5 horse Cola.
All right. Send me a picture of that carburetor because I got boxes of cobs, so I can send you one.
I'll do it. I'll send you a picture of it. I'll send you even where I found it at and on eBay.
No, I don't need that. I just need the picture of the cob so I can match it up.
Yeah. Because there's several different ones for it. See, that's what's nice about this community, you know.
Besides,
Don't be fooled, Doug. He said he might have one, but he hasn't said how much it's going to cost.
this is just the top ones. I got a whole bunch full of them.
Lord have mercy, brother. You're like me, a pack rat.
Well, it's the same over here. Behind me, there's a little tiny blue tub, just down yonder. There's probably about 15 or 20 carburetors in there, all different stages of different heart surgery that I've been working on. So it's the same in any good shop you have. You know, everyone's got something that may fit, even if it's half a carburetor, because you're missing the top half or the bottom half. You know, it's all about helping each other out. You know, that's what it's all about.
All right. Well, you guys got to check another video. It's called Barn Find Part 1, Part 2. It's on my channel. All right?
I've seen that already, and that was crazy.
I have all that stuff.
You're joking.
No.
What?
Yes, that's my whole purpose. I've told people it's all mine. All I had to do is go pick it up, and that's what I did that barn find.
How much?
Oh my God, Mike!
How much do you think? How much do you think roughly?
The storage facility out there?
Yeah.
The gray one?
Yeah.
I got one of them full of all the parts. I also have 3 pallets full of engines in the back of that. That's not including all the mud mower stuff I started building and I stopped. I'm going to just concentrate on one mud mower.
So how much do you think, honestly, in monetary value, was that lot worth? Because I'm telling you, I saw how much?
100,000.
My God. Because to be fair,
if you see the
there was nothing in there that was any good to me, because it's all American stuff, right? It's all ride-on stuff, which I don't do a lot of. But you were like clambering over stuff to pick stuff up. It was crazy.
Hey, if I was there with Mike that day, oh my God, we would have been in heaven. Me and Mike would have been in heaven.
Doug,
you'd have been my God,
Doug, you'd have been like. You'd have been like a young boy on a beach, licking an ice cream, staring at a naked lady. That's what you'd have been. That's what you'd have been like, Doug. You was in sheer heaven.
Mick, do you know what a U-Haul is? It's a big moving truck.
No, I'm not familiar.
Oh, you know what a U-Haul truck is. The biggest ones they have. Took me 2 of them to fill. Took me almost a month and a half.
What is it, 26-footer? I think they're 26-footers.
29, something like that, yeah.
Something like that, yeah.
And it's all in boxes. I still have to go through all that shit. I keep on swearing I'm sorry. Oh man. Apologize.
Hell no. Hell no. You see the comment down. You see the comment down there. And if you have a tidy, organized toolbox, then you're not manly. That's exactly it. Just chuck it in the box. That's how a toolbox should rock and roll. Isn't that right, Doug?
Who says you have to have high-powered toolboxes?
Oh, my God.
The Craftsman.
Okay, Mike.
One is.
Okay, so just open one of them drawers up. Let me see inside one of them drawers. I want to see inside it.
You want to see inside one of them?
Yeah. That's acceptable.
Oh my God,
that is acceptable in my eyes. That's exactly how a toolbox.
I couldn't live like that. I couldn't live like that.
I don't want to be hearing it.
Hey, you know what? I could tell you. All right, watch this. All right. All my 10
way.
Yeah. 10 millimeter socket right there. Who says they can't open up their box and find a 10 millimeter socket right there?
Exactly that. And if you want a 13 mil spanner or wrench, you lean on over and pick that up. There it is, right there. How do I know that is 13 mil? It's simple.
Hey, it might be a mess, but you know what? It's category right here.
See, Doug, I've seen your toolbox, and I know you've been down to Harbor Freight, and I know you've been picking up them dividers and them wrench sorters. I've seen that stuff, and you fall into that trap. You see,
all my pliers are all stacked individually.
No.
My wrenches are all laying flat
I'm not having it, Doug.
My sockets, my deep wheels, my millimeters, and everything, they're all on socket rails.
I can't have that. I can't have that.
Even my ratchets are even hanging up accordingly from 3/4, ½ inch, 3/8, 1/4 inch. They're hanging up individually in sizes.
The only tidy spanners I have in my shop are these ones over here. That's the only tidy ones I have. That's it, and they're the ones I use on the bench. But that's about as tidy. Oh no, hell no! Oh, look at these! Look at these over here! Look, I got some. Right, they're going in the bin. I'm not having that.
Yeah.
And the thing is that I don't even use them. But they're all old sizes. You know, they're your 3/8 and what have you, which I don't very often use.
All right, guys, I really have to get to work. I'm probably about 10, 15 minutes. I gotta set everything up. So
I'll
be on the chat.
Mike, I just had a phone call from your missus come through saying you can take the rest of the morning off and you can stay on the live stream for another 3 hours. It's fine.
That would be awesome. Hey, I could still stay live, but I'm gonna mute it, and then you guys can watch what I'm working on. But I just have
cool.
to. All right.
Yeah. Cool. All right, buddy boy, you crack on.
All right.
Yeah.
See you, brother.
Right, let me put the link. Oh, Dirt Rider's come on in the house. How you doing, Mike? Nice to see you, buddy boy. Hope you're doing well. Let me put the link down there. Cherokee says, "Oh, that's a toolbox sin. Oh my God, dividers. The word hurts my eyes. You don't have to tell me about it. I mean, Mr. Doug has." I don't even like discussing it on air because it drives me bonkers. In fact, I got ribbed just the other week from Mr. Bruce Pender. He gave me stick and was doing a toolbox show and tell what he's got. And my Lord, if the man don't polish them sockets every night before he goes to bed, I'm telling you, I can't be doing with it. It's not happening. It don't happen in my shop.
Well, I'm gonna do it. Brandon BS Small Engines, he did a video about what tools he has from Harbor Freight. So I'm going to dig them all out, and then I'm going to set them all up and talk about them and everything. Because,
the only reason
I bought some last year.
The only reason you want to do that is so you can get all your tools out and hold them and cuddle them and show them some affection. That's all it is. That's all it is.
I love my tools.
I mean, fair play to you. I mean, if you look after your stuff, and then it's going to look after you. That's what they always say, right? But
that's right.
As long as, for me, as long as all my tools are in the box, as long as they're in the box, I'm happy. I can't be doing with having tools flung all over the bench and on the floor. I can't be living like that. Because obviously, this is like a hobby for me where I have mowers and machines coming in on a daily basis. So I can't be having just stuff sprawled about. That drives me nuts. But I do have a hammer drawer.
What is your main?
Go again.
What is your main go-to? What is your main go-to? A tool that you go to first thing?
My D-Wall impact. Every time.
Mine too.
Every time. My D-Wall impact. I live with this thing, and to be fair, it's been bullied and butchered. But in hindsight, my toolbox is not actually as disarray as you think it is. So, for instance, if I want any impact sockets or impact extension bars, they all live in there. So all my extension bars, my reducers and what have you, they're all right there. If I'm working on any carburetors, I want to clean carburetors, it's all in that drawer. Toothbrushes, syringes, picks, wires, files, it's all in there. I've got someone just come in.
Well, you got your carburetor drawer, you know what I mean, of your specialized tools for your carburetors. you know,
Yep.
and even your specialized, even your homemade specialized tools, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you got all your extensions in one drawer, which that's great, you know what I mean? I got mine all sitting up and laying on top, you know, and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, so it is a bit of an organized chaos. I'd have to do a bit of hunting for something if I wanted something in particular, but I know what drawer it's in. You know, I can't be doing with cleaning tools off and this, that, and the other. That's not me. That's not going to happen. However, I have it now. How you doing, Snob?
I'm good, thanks.
Good man. I have now outgrown my toolbox, to be fair, Doug, and I'm now looking to purchase a middle section. That'd be next. Only because people keep buying me stuff off my Amazon wish list, and I need to reduce some stuff that I don't use. I mean, it's like my hammers. Just for instance, someone gave me a full set of ball pains, right? Lovely new ball pain hammers,
right,
which I love. But prior to ball pains, I was using claw hammers. But I've got 4 of these, and I don't need 4. I don't need 4 of these. Then I've got my little pin hammer for little tiny. So I use that for knocking bowls off of carburetors and such like. It's not too heavy. I got 2 mallets, a rubber mallet, and I got one with a copper and plastic on it as well. That's for heavier stuff. And then I've also got a club as well. You know, so to be fair, I could reduce my hammers by nearly half and just keep 1 claw hammer, my set of ball pins, and a club and a pin hammer, and that would probably do me. But so I've got too many. I've got too many hammers. It's as simple as that. I don't need them all. So have I outgrown my toolbox, or do I need to have a bit of a sort out and throw out?
Well, I got 2 claw hammers. One is the E-swing, you know, a straight claw, and I got an old wooden handle hammer that's curved, you know. So and one is a 22 ounce and one's only a 16 ounce. So
yeah. I mean, I've got too many. I mean, Dirt Rider Mike has just said, if you had a bigger toolbox, Mick, would you organise them? Hell no. Not happening.
Well, we're talking about a guy that lays cardboard down.
Doug, you don't lay no cardboard in your store, and I've seen your toolbox. I've seen it. It's all pretty. It's all pretty and nice. Snobby, what's your toolbox selection like, Snob?
I can actually give you a little show if you like. I mean, I haven't got a massive tool. I've got a tool trolley, a Blue Point tool trolley, and if I just unlock it,
that's a good trolley. That's a good cart.
Yeah. I've got a couple of stickers I've got to actually remove today at some point, because they won't be staying on the box any longer. You see my little Blue Point.
Yeah.
And
that is a really good box, Snobby.
Yeah.
See, he's like me. He's like me. I got to have my screwdrivers like that. Pliers, same way. I got to have it. Now, that drawer there needs a straightening up.
Nope, that's fine. Do you know what? That is absolutely beautiful. You've got spanners, sockets in there. You've got Allen keys in there. You've got torque. That is perfect. That's how that drawer should look. Yeah, I understand that.
They look like Makitas.
You don't like Makitas?
And I've got another. And I've got 2 there as well. I'm a Makita person.
Then Makitas will have a, right up underneath that shelf right there, we'll have a spot for them.
Oh, no, Doug. You're talking about a Makita drill holder assembly, aren't you?
Yeah. I was thinking about having it there. So I can have all the battery drills up like that.
Yep.
No, not doing it. Not doing it.
I mean, these are quite an old Makita actually. There's an Impact one there, right, which is great. Yeah, that works really well. That's a really old one, and the ones in the drawer as well. They're all the old style, and I sometimes believe the old ones are the best ones.
Are you going to make them out of PVC pipe?
What, the holders?
Yeah.
Maybe. I'm not quite sure yet. Oh, what's that up there?
Do you see what he's trying to do? What he's trying to do to you, Snobby? What's that? Micks Mowers? What's that say? Micks Mowers, look at my faces. You are a prick.
Oh my Lord.
Okay, so you did that. You did that this morning, didn't you?
No, that was when I'd done the last video, right? But unfortunately, I think these handles of the saw was in the way and you couldn't see it.
Yeah, I didn't see that last time.
No.
Jason Hughes, you can give it a try, mate. See what happens if you've got an iPhone with no earbuds. But I've got a feeling if you've got no earbuds, it's going to cause a few issues. But unless you give it a go, you won't know, buddy boy. Tina McKenzie's come from flying in the house. How you doing? Saying hello to everybody.
Hello, Tina.
Nice to see you, Tina. Hope you're doing well, my sweetheart. That's why you have a sonic cleaner. What's that about? Ultrasonic cleaner. Yeah, I have a cleaner.
What you got?
What, my cleaner? Say again, Doug.
That's what you got. You got an ultrasonic cleaner. Clean them carburetors.
Doug, they're cheap, they're affordable. And do you know what? But prior to me getting a cleaner, as you all know, I still do carburetors by hand anyway. I still do that. But I will say I am a converted man. So once you've had an ultrasonic cleaner in your life, they do a fantastic job. Especially
get one these days.
Especially on them bowl style carburetors, they seem to clean out the Venturis really, really well. So yeah, I'd highly recommend getting one. Mine was only about 60, 70 quid, which is about what, $80, $90. I know, it's only that amount of money, but if you ain't got it, you ain't got it. I get that. But you can always make a redneck one up, not a problem.
Oh yeah.
But I would be looking at putting a little bit of fun by just to
fix and start up. He's fixing to start up his machine. Mike's fixing to start up his machine.
Yeah,
move it out of the way.
I think he's muted himself. Yeah, he's muted himself. I don't know
there
if
goes the lights.
I can't unmute him because he's muted himself.
Hello, Tim.
I have you seen Dirt Rider's Toolbox? Like I'm telling you. I don't think he even wanted to put a sticker on it. Who else you got in here?
I think Dirt Rider needs to do a Toolbox video.
He's done one
tour.
He's done one. I think he's done one. He did do a video a little while ago showing some Toolbox bits and pieces and showing that how he makes his duvet covers for his tractor and mowers to keep them warm in the winter months. Ian Matthews in the house. How you doing, Ian Matthews? Nice to see you.
Ian.
Wilby's jewelry ultrasonic cleaner. Yeah, a jewelry ultrasonic cleaner will work as well. Definitely, yes, it will. The only issue you're going to have is what you put in it. As long as they got a vibration mechanism behind it and or a heater, you don't need a heater. I just boil the kettle and stick that in there, and I run at around about 60 degrees. But a jewelry cleaner will do just as good a job as long as it vibrates. You can even just get something like that, a little Tupperware box of some description. Put your stuff in it, and as long as you put a lid on it and sellotape it up so it's watertight, and then just get a little tiny mouse sander, take the sandpaper off of it, and tape that to the bottom of a tray. Put your fluid in there. Turn your sander on and suspend it off your rafter for 15 minutes, and it's doing the same thing. Hot water, and it's vibrating like hell. But that's how you clean it. So that's how you make a homemade one. J&J Mudmowers, your boys in the house. Doug, your nephew.
Look at there.
How you doing,
Good
Jay?
morning, Justin or Jay. Good morning.
I've not seen you around, Jay, for a little while, actually. I've not seen you.
They went to off-road park this past weekend, a bunch of them.
Okay,
And
cool.
they had a great time. They had a great time out there. Bunch of pictures was put up on Facebook on their group.
To be fair, Doug, I'm not a massive Facebook person. To be fair,
No.
I only do it for the charity stuff to help other people out with who link to Riley. But I'm not a massive Facebooker because there is so much fake news, so much drama, and it's worse than YouTube. But yeah, I'm not big on it. Fun things to do with tech. Sparky, how are you doing? He's come in the house. Hope you're doing well. Sparky's in here. So what are you up to, Snob? Are you just having a mooch about?
Yeah, I've just come down here because obviously where the boy's decorating his bedroom, he's been down here and he's ripped out a load of stuff and ain't put none of it back.
Yeah, that happens. I mean, when your kids come down there and they sort of, you know, take your tools out, don't put it back, it's really annoying. However, I still find it acceptable. As long as they're still within the shed, it's good. The people who go around and have these toolboxes that are absolutely immaculate, I mean, they need to check up from the neck up. How you doing, Zip? Nice to see you, buddy boy. You're one of them.
Hey. Oh, look at there. Organized toolbox. Oh, look at that. Ah, you did it, Zip.
If you want to see organized toolbox to the maximum, you need to go and check this guy out because that man, damn, he got some toolboxes and damn, he got some dividers.
That was just happenstance. I had already typed that in when I was getting ready to enter in, and then I'm listening, and I'm like, oh my God, they're talking about organized toolboxes. This is perfect.
Oh, they're all coming up.
Good morning, sir. Sir Zippo. Good morning.
Good morning.
Someone tried coming in then.
Good morning,
I've got a techie boy trying to come on up, but his I know picture there. Is that picture there?
Well, you got a very, very busy panel today then, Mick.
It's not unusual. It's not unusual, Snobby, for the Micks Mowers show to have a full jam-packed panel, even on a midday stream. I'm rocking and rolling with 30 in the house. I'm not sure how the thumbs up and thumbs down is going. I'm not really interested. But, you know, as long as we can all get together, have a cup of coffee, have a laugh and a joke, this is exactly what it's about. Tech, can you just do this for me? Thank you.
Brother Zippo, what is your main go-to tool? What is your main go-to tool to grab?
The missus.
In general, what is my main go-to tool to grab? My quarter-inch impact.
We all.
My quarter-inch impact.
Let me know when you start, Joe.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I've got 4 of them, 3 of them in the shop. Well, 2 of them in the shop, 1 in the garage, and 1 here in the office. So those are my number 1 go-tos.
I agree with you 100%. My impact sockets and a handful of inches, and I'm ready to go.
Yeah, I'd say second to that would be my ratcheting spanner wrenches.
You see, I've got some of those.
Yep.
I've got some of those, Zip, and I'm not a fan. They're only good if you can get access.
The heads are a little bit bigger. I don't like the flex heads like that so much as I do the slightly offset head.
Yeah, I'm in full agreement with you. If I did an offset head like that, a fixed head, I'd be well up for that.
Yeah, those are what most of mine are.
They make
fixed heads.
Say again, Zip.
Most of mine are fixed head, but they're at like a 5-degree angle.
Yeah, I mean, they do them. I'm not a fan because the small engines I work on, I don't work on big engines like you guys. Yeah, I'm not a fan. So for that reason, it ain't happening. You know what I'm saying, Zip?
I do.
I just like my
Good morning,
D-wall drill and I
everybody over
like
there
my
in the panel saying-
impactor.
Good morning, everybody over there in the panel saying hello.
Yeah. Good morning, Snobby. Good morning, Doug. Good morning, everybody in the chat. Good morning, Zippo.
Good morning,
Good morning,
Sparky.
Sparky.
How you doing,
This is
Spark?
my main go-to magnet light
This is mine
OEM.
all day long.
Mm-hmm.
These are good. I like these a lot.
This is an OEM.
The only downside to this is that the bottom is not. I just wish the magnet would protrude by about another 1.5 mil. I know it sounds critical, but it tends to rock about a bit and not be as flush as I would like. However, there is lots of crap on the bottom of it that might have something to do with it. But if a magnet was out by about another 1.5 mil, I'll be happy with that.
That's a good.
That's my
looking-
go-to box when I'm grabbing
That's a good
everything I need. That's all I need.
Right. That's how a proper box should be right there.
Yeah.
Say again.
That's my go-to box.
That's right.
What do you say, Zip?
I said that's the way a proper.
Yeah, I didn't hear you first time round, and I didn't hear you second time either, mate. Yeah. Rude.
Oh my God!
Yeah. I've all got my tools set up to when I got to grab something quick. That's it. Set up.
It all depends on the person, right? At the end,
Yeah,
at
that's
the end of the day, it all depends on the person. And I know I take the Mickey out of you. And as I was saying to Doug, my toolbox is organised to a fashion. I know where everything is. It's just when I get there, I might have to spend 2 or 3 minutes trying to find it, but I know it's in that drawer. And that really doesn't bother me, you know. But to have everything all lined up, looking pretty, I'd be frightened to use it. I'm not doing it.
It's like somebody tried to borrow my tools. I'll say to him, if you're going to borrow a tool, please return it and make sure it's clean and tidy when you return it. Not with grubby hands, you know what I mean?
Oh,
And that it goes back in the right spot. That's a good looking light there, Papa Doug.
Yeah, that's cool, Doug. That's cool. See, I like the one Zippo had, but the longer one, the one like this, Zip, that was a nice light. But you have one with a longer stem on it. That was quite nice. I like that. But you know, I'm on a budget. Same as that's the one. Same as the next man. I'm on a budget. Same as the next man, and you can only get what you can afford. And whatever you don't have, you make and you adjust your tools to do the job.
That's it.
Yeah, those bronze, I love them. But I'll tell you now, my go-to is that quick change. And I'm looking at taking care of you, Sparky. I'll see what I can do about getting a hold of one. Two. And like I told you, Sparky, I won't be able to send the battery over with it. So
no, you don't need it. We don't need it.
You've got plenty of 18650 batteries, so that's all it takes.
I counted this yesterday morning. I had about 15 different versions of them. So yeah, that's all they are. I nick them from the computer batteries out of the laptops.
I don't need to know if you have any or not, Mick. You can just put that away.
Okay, cool. So moving on.
Don't worry, Mick. I've got you in mind too, brother.
You don't have to send me nothing, buddy boy. Just you turning up is good enough.
But I really like the fact that it comes with this extra hook with the magnets on it as well that lets you put that light wherever you want to put. In fact, I've used this hook on my other one a number of times because oftentimes just having the magnet on the base, you don't have enough. And just being able to snap that in there and stick that magnet wherever you want just works a lot slicker. You seen these yet, Doug? The new bronze from Harbor Freight.
Doug is not allowed to go down to Harbour Freight. He's signed a contract with his wife to say he won't buy any more tools this whole year if she'll buy him something if he stays out of Harbour Freight and doesn't buy any tools all year. He's actually signed a contract to that. Can you believe that?
That is way too early to sign a contract for no tools. Way too early. You need to wait till at least December before you sign a contract like that.
It's no good you smiling, Doug. You're dumb.
Yeah, I've got the life ones.
Yeah.
Doug, you're on mute, mate. I can't hear you, buddy. You're on mute.
You're muted, Doug.
Especially right.
Oh, I think
I've got a pretty decent collection of them here. I really like these E-Fests. It's hard to see with the glare, but it's E-F-E-S-T.
Yeah.
The only problem is some of the 18650s have a flat top, and some of the 18650s have the button. You just need to make sure that your spring is tall enough and that your pickup at the bottom is going to work. But
I will not sign another contract until February again, because then after Christmas they got everything all on sale to try to get rid of their stock.
Doug, you are done.
Man.
But I think I know Mama Sweener well enough to know that she's going to make sure that if you start complaining about not having this or not having that, she'll find a way to make sure you get it without you having to go buy it yourself. So.
Yeah, Shamrock.
Yes, she will. She's the one that convinced me.
My missus taught me that.
She's the one that convinced me.
Doug, if you sign into a contract,
I told her, I said, I don't.
No, I'm not having. Doug, I'm not having it. You were either drunk or what was going on in your head to even get involved in a conversation about not buying tools. If my missus said to me, "Right, no more tools," that you'd have just heard the door shut. I'd have been gone. It's not happening.
That's it. That's exactly
she actually,
and that's the end of it for me. Got a little more coming soon.
She actually told me, she says, "Hunt, why don't you just let your old shop go and I'll get you a bigger one?" I said, "I don't need a bigger one. I can stay in my little 16 by 10. She says, "Yes, you do. You outgrown your shop." I said,
hence you need
I
more
looked at
tools.
it and I said, "Yeah, I did outgrow it."
So she talked you into getting a new, bigger workshop, and then she hits you with a tool restriction for a year. That ain't making no sense.
Well, you have to understand Mama Sweener though. Mama Sweener is going to make sure that man sitting right there is happy. So she's going to give him whatever he needs. So he can sign that contract and not worry about not getting any tools for the year. She's a good woman.
Well, the way I look at it, I got her over $100,000 home. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not convinced, Doug, why you got involved in that contract. I mean, if Miss Zippo said, "That's it, no tools, that's it, done for the year, and I'll get you a nice tool chest at the end of it," Zip would be like, "Nice tool chest, that sounds good." However,
totally agree with you on that.
But if we Snobby commented on the last video and a number of people did that didn't realize how big my shop actually was, and I'm not lacking for tools. I could go a year and not have to buy anything. I could figure a way around, if I need a tool, I could figure a way around it. But Lord have mercy. I
get that. Okay, so you have a tool arsenal in your store, but you're telling me that you go into one of these stores and all them tools all sit there because they place the LED lighting right in the right place, so the tools all do that sparkly thing, And you're walking down the aisle, and you're like, "Oh Lord, look at that! Oh my Lord, look at she's shiny," and you're only going in there for a tap wash. And
that's when I grab the phone and I snap a picture, and I send it to Miss Zippo. And I say we've got our anniversary coming up. We've got Valentine's Day coming up. We've got Easter coming up. We've got, and we just do all the holidays right down the line.
I get what you're saying, Zip, but what I'm saying is Doug has signed into a contract, signed in blood, that he's not allowed to purchase any tools. So we're irrespective of any holidays. The man still you've got to think of Doug. He's going to walk down those aisles, and it's going to be glittery and sparkly spanners and hammers, and he's not allowed to touch it.
Okay. Well, I mean, Dusty's going to hear this, and I think that's okay. But even if we enter into a contract like that, I think I can attest to most women not knowing exactly what we already have in the way of tools.
Yep.
Something could appear, and if we just muddy it up real quick, it looks like it's been in there for 4 or 5 years. So there are ways around that.
I understand that, and to be perfectly clear, my wife does exactly the same thing. I got up this morning and I mooched around the kitchen like you do in a bit of a day, scratching my backside, trying to make a cup of coffee. And it dawned on me, we now have these brand new pasta Tupperware tubs. Now, they weren't there last night when I went out. I know they weren't there when I went out. I went across to the kettle, and there's a bloody rug in the kitchen. And I'm thinking, no, that weren't there last night either. So, in between me sleeping, she's gone out, and she's bought stuff, and she's put it in the kitchen, tried to sort of mix it up with the other stuff, and she's gone straight to bed, knowing that I have something to say about putting a rug in the kitchen because I can't stand rugs. She's gone straight to bed, and she's hidden the receipts in the bag. That ain't in there. So, to be fair, they're as bad as us. Mrs. P comes in from shopping, and she starts straight upstairs, and I'm like, whoa, bring your bum back down here. Let's see what we got in the bag. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's like the missus said, what do I want for the Christmas or whatever? I said, well, surprise me. She bloody didn't know. With that kind of...
What about that one man did?
Oh yeah, I've already done that. That's cooking. That's nothing. I like my tools.
You also like induction.
Look, you two. If I can split you two up, I will. So I think we're all the same, And Doug, there is ways around it. You could say, let's just say, I don't know, you get a burst water pipe in your house or something, and you don't have the tool to fix that. And
please don't say that.
Well, you know what I'm saying. And you can go down and get tools. Hell, if you buy a tool that you think would do the job, but actually may benefit you 3 months down the road with one of your projects, then you're a winner.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Oh, you're right. I mean, Mr. Zip, you're right. I mean, she'll make sure I got what I need, without a doubt. But
I think I think we're all in the same boat.
She knows I have. Yeah. She knows that I overgrown my toolbox. You know what I mean? And for me to be more organization, I have to have a bigger toolbox.
But Doug, if you didn't have quite so many organization and toolbox bits in your toolbox, you could fit more tools in it.
Did you have you seen how I've got my wrenches organized in my toolbox there, Mick?
No, because what happened was I started watching the video, and as soon as you pulled the first drawer out, I got to about halfway out, I shut the fucking video off.
He's lying. He had to watch it.
Yeah. there's just one video in particular that you need to watch, and it's how you can organize your wrenches for literally 10 cents. You take a piece of solid core household electrical wire, solid core, and you wrap it around a rectangle piece of wood. You just keep wrapping it around, and you make yourself a square coil.
Yep.
And you spread that coil out just a little bit, flatten it down just a little bit, and it makes the perfect
slots.
spot.
Yeah, for the Spanish. Yeah.
This is how you listen to me. This is how you organize your spanners and wrenches. You put them in the drawer, like so, and you close it, and it's organized. When you open the drawer, it's exactly where you put it. It's the same thing.
Okay, here's my next argument. How valuable is your time? Would your time be much better spent being able to open the drawer and not have to hunt and peck for 2 minutes for what you're looking for? Or
my time is not that valuable because I enjoy working on engine and it's labor of love. So therefore, if I have to spend another 10 minutes in my workshop working on an engine, then that's 10 minutes well spent.
It drives me crazy.
And a hush falls over the crowd.
It's driving me crazy right now, knowing that my ball peen hammers are in a drawer stacked on top of each other. It drives me crazy.
Oh, Doug, behave yourself.
You know.
There you go. There you go. That's how it is.
Oh, lovely.
In. Done. Finished. Oh, come on. It's a toolbox.
I'm not saying anything.
That would drive me absolutely crazy.
There are different definitions of toolbox. There's the tool that uses the box. And then
bye.
Toolbox.
Oh,
then there's the toolbox. It's all in good fun. It really is. And there's you know, when I open up the toolbox that's in either one of my trucks, I don't have the luxury of being able to have them as organized as my shop tools. So I do have to hunt and peck in those toolboxes in the carry-on toolbox.
Okay, so I'll give you another scenario, right? Let's say you're one of these people that has their tools all perpendicular, right? But you guys don't have what I have nearly every single time I open my toolbox, and that's like a lovely surprise, because you can go into your toolbox and go,
I forgot I had that.
Hell, I've been looking for that for months. It's like got a brand new one.
I think I told this story once before, but I lost a reversible ratcheting 7/16 spanner wrench, and my brother Chris, bless his heart, my brother Chris was over. We were working on his on his Harley, and he knew that I put my tools up here, there, everything had a specific spot, and he was helping me put the tools up. He set my 7/16 wrench in the right drawer, but the drawer had a lip. So when you looked in the drawer, there was this little gap about that deep that could hide just about anything. And for two years before I swapped from one tool cart to another, that wrench was gone. When I went to swap tool carts, I put out a big conference table. I set it up and put everything down on it. And when I put all my tools back up, miraculously, that 7/16 wrench had rematerialized. And then that was when I realized that wrench had spent 2 years tucked up underneath the lip because it wasn't where it was supposed to be.
Yeah.
Cherokee just says there's a difference between a manly toolbox and a toolbox sassy toolbox.
A
Zippo,
sissy
you got a
toolbox.
sassy toolbox.
You think I've got a sissy toolbox that helps me get the job done a little more
Oh,
quickly.
come on, don't take offense to it. You know, I'm only.
Oh,
I'm
no,
only,
no, I don't. I think it's funny. I do.
No.
What I consider a sissy toolbox is the mechanic that is on that Snap-on box every single week, that Snap-on truck every single week, picking up his order of lime green tools and his drawer liners that are pre-cut for absolutely everything in there. You open the drawer and it looks like you're opening up a jewelry cabinet. You're not opening up a toolbox.
yeah.
When you open my toolbox up, you see tools. They're organized, but you see tools. You don't see everything all color matched. You don't see everything all, that kind of thing to me is trying to keep up with the Joneses kind of thing. You're trying to keep up with the mechanic in the bay next to you when you're working at a big shop.
I think I have to agree. I think I have to agree with you, Zip. There are some people that only use one brand, and that to me that does not compute, because you're just buying the brand and you're paying the price. Some of my stuff, I mean, it's like my impact gun, my air impact gun. I think it's called a Silver Line, which is like 38 quid. What's that? $40. Which, as you know, for an impact gun, that's cheap. But that's really cheap. That's bottom end. But I've had that impact gun for over a year now, and I don't think I've even put any more oil in it than I did on day one. And it's still thumping away. So I don't need to buy the Snap-on stuff, because one, I won't look after it very well, and two, I can't justify the price.
No.
Yeah, that's the same way with me. Like most of my air tools, most of my air tools are Harbor Freight. My 3/8 and 1/2 inch impacts are Harbor Freight XT impacts. And I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Real Tool Reviews, but he's got the actual testing equipment in his shop, and he will take and put a Snap-on up against a Matco, up against a Mac, up against a Cornwell, up against Harbor Freight. And Harbor Freight is always a very strong contender. So why spend $700 for an impact driver when you can go spend $129 for an impact driver that's going to do the same job?
That's it. Well, I've got Draper, I've got Milwaukee, I've got all sorts of things. And everyone, my best mate said, "Oh, can't you buy Snap-on? Can't you buy this? Can't you buy that?" I like the other one, full DeWalt set. I said, "No." I said, "I've got what I need for the job that needs required." I mean, majority of the time, Mrs. says we're in the DIY shop. She said, "Do you need that?" I said, "Oh yeah, I'll have that then." And it's like, "Yeah, go on, then I'll have that."
I've had
a problem when you have your tools nicely laid out in your toolbox, right? They're all set out. You've got all the individual sizes. They all look pretty. I mean, I'm all for that, right? Yeah. But the most annoying part about that is when one of them's missing.
Yep.
And there's a gap, and it's missing, right? Because it's not there.
That does drive me nuts, and that's why my box is organized, is because I know when there's something missing.
Yeah,
and if it's missing, I don't walk out of that shop until I find, retrace my steps. And the older I get, the longer that takes, mind you.
Yeah, exactly. So it might take you 20 minutes to find out where that tool is, because it's driving you mad. It's got to go back in its place, right? Where mine, if it's gone missing, I'll find another one the same size, but that drives you mental. Like, where's that gone? I've got to get it back in its spot. Oh. Yeah.
To be fair, it worked out quite well for me, because I lost my 14mm socket, which is what
16.
Which is
then somebody wound up sending you a boatload of them.
No, so yeah, someone sent me one, but to be fair, I quite like it now because it's just slightly bigger. It's actually in the 13mm socket hole. It's slightly bigger, so I know exactly which one it is, and it's one of my go-to sockets. So I know what you're saying. Losing a tool is hard graft, especially when it's in the workshop.
I bought my first.
Say again, Doug.
I bought my first 1/4-inch swivel head, soft handle Harbor Freight ratchet, and I love it.
Is it the new Icon?
No, it's just a regular Harbor Freight Pro.
Yeah, I decided to go out and get one Icon, Harbor Freight's new snap-on killer, one Icon tool, and I got the 1/4-inch flex head with comfort grip, and I absolutely love it. I think it's great. The only thing they need to fix on those is how high up the selector switch is on it, because I find myself when I'm choking up on the tool, I'll switch it while I'm wrenching.
Does anyone else find the same problems I had with drill bits? You snap one, you go and get another one, and it will never fit in the same hole as what you got it out of originally.
Yep. Okay. Yep.
It's just, I've snapped quite a few over the years, especially metal ones, and I think, okay, then I saw one of these adverts on the TV, unbreakable drill bit. I bleeding broke it.
Yep. Yeah, unbreakable. Just give it to me for a minute, and I'll cure that.
Yeah.
All the same size, but so many of the same size.
Yeah.
You buy them in packs. You get about 10 in a packet. So you buy a packet of each. You get each.
That's exactly it.
Over here.
See, when you buy them drill bits that small, you might as well go ahead and just buy a whole slort, that small of drill bits, because they're pennies to $1 of what they cost. Yeah. And except when you get up in the bigger sizes, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Them little ones you could buy them pennies for $1. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Try the coal book ones in Sparky. Ones that drill stainless steel.
Yeah. I go to the Sheffield one in Meadowhall, and he sorts me out every time with the drill bits. A pack of like 20 drill bits, the smallish ones for doing pilot holes. Not a problem. I have come up with a good deal from him, and I buy a lot more stuff from him when I'm there. But we do it every 4 or 5 months. Buy a lot of tools when I'm over there. It's fantastic. It's like kid in a candy sweet shop. Missy says, "There's £100. Go and treat yourself." It's like, yeah, go on then.
Yes, ma'am. Right away.
But she's in the wool shop next door, spending £300 or £400 on wool.
Oh no!
Stuff, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that doesn't balance out. Talk about Tina McKenzie over here is talking about Allie lost a few tools, and he goes and buys a new ones, and then he finds the ones that he lost. Been there, done that. I think we've all been there. And Donald Dooley says Mick sent you a photo of the toolbox. And then down here we've got RC fan. Hello, RC, my friend. Love to hear all the Harbor Freight talk, as a lot of my tool arsenal is also Harbor Freight. Mine too. All of my socket organizers are Harbor Freight.
Mine.
Yeah, I've got a lot of Harbor Freight stuff.
Yeah.
Mine,
my ratcheted wrenches are Harbor Freight.
Halford Professional, lifetime guarantee.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. Did you say someone sent me a photograph of a toolbox?
Yes. Donald Dooley sent you a photo of the toolbox.
I've not got that come through yet. I'll have a look at that in a bit. I agree with Halford's and their professional range. And to be fair, their professional range is not shockingly overpriced.
No.
I've got a bit of feedback coming up. I've got feedback
It's
coming
very similar. They're very similar to the snap-on range.
Yeah.
Same sort of shape and everything.
Yeah.
Lovely and dinky.
Yeah.
Well, that looks
Is that a
just like
Snap-on?
Snap-on. Looks just no, it's not, but it looks exactly like it. Probably came from the same
It
manufacturer.
looks exactly like. It looks exactly like a Snap-on. Exactly like a Snap-on.
That's Halford's. That's Halford's.
Yeah, I bet that
What's
came
that
from
then?
the same manufacturer because Snap-on, even though they don't manufacture the tool, Snap-on doesn't.
No.
They sublet everything out.
I wonder if that quarter-inch. I wonder if that quarter-inch head will go into a 3/8 drive head.
You could probably swap it to a 3/8 drive. I've done that.
You know
and
how
that's
they've been
the
swapping
handiest
them out?
tool. Yeah, you can do that with you can do that with Snap-on. You can't do it with Craftsman because they use different sizes. But in fact, I've got a really old Snap-on black handle comfort grip that had something like a 38 tooth ratcheting, and it just wore out.
Okay. Stop.
I don't want to. You need to let me finish my story. I don't want to stop.
Donald's just sent me a photograph of his toolbox.
Okay. Here we go.
No. This is not going to happen.
Oh, it ain't a pretty one, is it?
He's not even going to show us.
That be his impacts.
Nice.
No, not
All
nice.
sorted out. Yeah.
Got the slide out.
Look at the state of that.
Oh yeah.
No, not doing it.
Yeah, baby.
Oh my! It gets worse as the day goes on.
Oh,
That's right. Look at there.
I am perfectly good with how that box is organized. It's organized. That box is organized to work. That box is not organized to be a piece of jewelry. That box is organized to work.
unbelievable.
I just need to go and find my sick bucket.
Does anybody use a glue gun still? A glue gun?
You see that box?
Yeah.
I haven't turned my glue gun on in years.
I still use a glue gun. Yeah.
Did you see that box zip?
Yeah.
Yeah. If I could make
tall
room in my shop,
man.
if I could make a room in my shop for that, I would get one of the Harbor Freight Icon tool cabinets.
The feedback is coming from
I disagree with you there, Zip. I really do, because the simple fact is, I looked at the 71 inch. I looked at the 71 inch Icon. Just the bottom box is over $1,000. You know what I mean?
You got to figure. Look at
the 71 inch Husky.
Go ahead.
The 71 inch Husky bottom box is half of what that is.
Well, then you've got
You know what I mean?
You have to look above that too. You have to look at the Mac and Matco and Snap-on and Cornwell. How much are those boxes? So you're getting Snap-on. You're getting a Snap-on quality box. Now Husky, yeah, it's a nice looking box, but the gauge of steel is a lot thinner. Micks over there having a ball giggling at us. Just leave us alone. Just let us have our minute here, Mick. You'll be all right.
3-year-old. 3-year-old, and it's no marks or nothing on it. 3-year-old, and that's the end hole. 3-year-old.
Now that looks similar to. That looks real similar to the. Oh, thanks, Mick.
Ron.
That looks real similar to the Milwaukee. Is it a brushless?
It's brushless, yes, all brushless. I've got all my drills and stuff, and the grinder, everything's brushless.
Yeah, working with electronics like you do, that's probably a real good idea. It probably helps reduce the static and electrical feedback that you might get.
Hiya, Alex. How you doing? Nice to see you come on in. Hope you're doing well.
How do you, Alexis?
I'm getting a little bit of feedback as well. I don't know who's.
Well, I'll tell you what it is. I'll tell you what's going
So-
on, right? There's a bit of feedback. Now, if I hit this button just here, all of a sudden that feedback stops.
Right.
I don't know why it is. I don't know what it is. I don't know what's going on. But every single time Sparky comes up on the panel, I get feedback. I don't know what it is. It's only your end, Spark. It must be something.
Is there a TV on in the background or something, Sparky? No.
No, he's got nothing, and he's been through it all. And every time he comes up, it doesn't do it all the time. It just comes up every now and again. So I don't know what it is, but I think it's doable. It's doable.
Yeah, you ain't got your phone too close to your computer, have you?
No, not at all. So,
Sparky, Parrot is asking, do you do stuff with circuit boards?
bit chilly.
If Jason wants to come up, let him up. It's all right.
He's not in there, mate. He's not in there. He's not there.
I do a lot of circuit boards. Depends on. I make my own circuit boards. I don't buy them. I make my own.
I think he's asking if you do repairs on circuit boards, like replacing capacitors or diodes or anything like that.
Yeah, it depends on what's wrong with the board. It's capacitor, resistors. It could be anything these days. Dry joint could be anything.
Dirt Rider says Zippo's talking tool porn.
Of course I am.
Did you notice? Did you notice that when I pulled Donald's photographs up of his tools, the only two people to go, oh, was you two down the bottom row.
See, but the beauty in that toolbox and the way that it was organized was it's not organized like some pretentious asshole saying, look, all of my tools, the colors match, all of my holders match, everything matches. It's a toolbox that is there to help make the mechanic a better mechanic. It's not a toolbox that's there to say, hey, look, everything I've got is lime green, or everything I've got is safety orange, or everything I've got, you know.
I think you're right, Zip. You know, I've got to agree with you. I've got to agree with you. And that is, a toolbox has to be functional. No matter what it looks like, it has to be functional. But there is a line. There is a line. You know.
Yeah.
I may just say that I'm rocking at the moment with 40 people in the house on a midday stream. This is absolutely fantastic.
Awesome.
Morning stream here. You're 8:45 a.m. here, so
I didn't think I'd ever get up to 40 people in the house, which is absolutely brilliant. If we could give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down, just to show your appreciation or disgust, that would be much appreciated.
I got to get over here and click. There we go. Well, you've got more clicks than you have watching. I'm showing 39 watching, 45 thumbs ups, 1 thumbs down.
Yeah, I always get 1 thumbs down. That's generic. That's just a person that absolutely hates me. I'm guessing it's Dirt Rider. It only came in when he turned. he gives me a thumb. He gives me a thumbs down because of how great my toolbox is.
He does it just to do it.
No, he doesn't. He's a good man. He's a good man. Yes, Doug.
Uh-oh. Dirt Rider just said, Mick,
Hey,
you're not going to win.
Do you got a moderator in the?
Have I got a moderator in the house? Yeah, I've got moderators in the house.
You got a moderator in the channel that?
Yeah.
Because I can't do it.
What do you want to do, mate?
Throw up channels up on the chat.
What do you want to do? What do you want to run?
You know,
what do you want to run your link
on the channel.
Have we got somebody acting up over there?
What's up, Doug?
No. It's just.
I mean, those of us that have a blue wrench, we're essentially moderators. We can
What's up,
tag
What's the problem?
comments and
What's going on,
get rid
Doug?
of them.
No, just
Doug?
put up our channels, up on the chat.
Okay, yeah,
if somebody wants to watch, you know what I mean? Our channel.
Can you run, Tech, can you run Doug's, Zippo, and Snobby's links for me in the chat, mate, a couple of times? Yeah. Cheers.
That's the one, Zippo. That's how organised my kit is. So
where's my bucket?
You use a lot of the briefcase styles because you do a lot of.
Now all my drills are underneath it, all in foam pack. So basically, it's just protecting when you travel.
Yeah, when I'm doing my travels and whatnot, is my most important tools. A lot of times I'll have to raid the shop knowing what kind of job I'm going after. But if I always ask what size is the riding mower, I can only fit up to a 46-inch mowing deck in the bed of my truck. If it's bigger than that and I end up having to bring it back to the shop, then I'll hook the trailer on to make sure that I can bring the big ones home.
Last year, what I got from last year, I got for last year for myself.
You blow it up there, Mick. Blow it up there, Mick.
That's not actually your toolbox. That's just a Google image you just downloaded. I'm not.
But it's the same one. I was upstairs.
Hi, Joe. How you doing, honey?
Now that is something that I need to do better is my wrench, my pliers organization. My pliers are kind of that's my worst drawer is my pliers drawer.
Yeah.
Oh no, I have to disagree, Zip. My plier drawer is probably my best drawer.
Yeah, I'm hearing the feedback.
Yeah. Oh, that's very, very nice, Mick.
To be fair, that's organised.
Yeah.
I'm going to
you know what I've done?
Tech, I'm going to drop you down, Tech. Kick you out of the basement. Can you come back in? Just see if it resolves that feedback. It's getting worse, buddy. It's gone now.
You know what I've done, Zip?
Howdy, Lucky Seven.
You know them closet racks.
Oh yeah, the metal closet racks. Yeah, I saw. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's a good idea.
That's what I use for my pliers to sit in.
I know where I can get a couple links of that. When I get Zippo's Green Giant moved over to the east or the west wall, I've got to organize those pliers a lot better because as it is now, they're stacked on top of one another, and that's my worst drawer. Just as far as being able to, I have to move stuff out of the way to get to what I'm going after. Yeah, kind of like what Mick has to do.
Have you used the end mill at all, Zip?
Oh yeah. Not on camera, but yeah.
Yeah.
I've done keyways where I've had chewed up keyways and I had to oversize keyways on crankshafts.
You got a bit of praise there, Zip, in the comments section, mate, about your Hondas you have.
Yeah, I see that they're from RC, and I appreciate that, RC. Right now, there's two 1975 GL 1000s, which is a naked gold wing. There's a 1974 Honda CL Scrambler 200, the 1973 CB350 4-cylinder. That's 100% original and the most beautiful bike I've got. And then the latest that's come in the shop is the 1975 CB550 4-cylinder. And then there's the 1986 GL 1200. And then the 2004 GL 1800 Goldwing. So yeah, I'm kind of a Honda hoarder.
Martin, can you just bring your camera down a touch? I can only see your forehead and the top of your eyes, mate. Bring your camera down a smidge for me. I see you in the basement there, buddy boy. Just bring your camera down. That's better. Yeah, I can see you. Cool. Thank you very much. Up you come. This is Martin, everybody.
Howdy, Martin.
Hiya, everybody. How you all doing?
Good.
I tell you something. It sounds like Roy.
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh, Roy's the boy.
Roy's the boy.
How's he getting on with that?
Cherokee Rebel.
How's he getting on with that old engine of his?
Which one?
Mick, how's it getting
Yeah.
on with that old stationary engine, Roy?
I've no idea, mate. The last I saw, he had it fired up on a video, and then he bought it in. Funnily enough, when Zippo first showed his face on the stream, he bought it in to show Zip, and that's the last I've seen of it. So I've no idea, mate. No idea at all.
Yeah, that'd be nice to see a video of it, see how he's getting on with it.
Yeah, I think he was having to do fuel lines and obviously then just a paint job and what have you. I think that was what's going on.
Just remove the pin.
Oh, he'll put one up when he's finished then.
Yeah, he did, mate. What you got there? What you got there, Mike? What was that you're trying to show me? Come on back.
That was
a pin that holds the plow together.
Yeah.
I'll show you what I have to do.
Uh-huh. So yeah, I don't know what Roy's doing at the minute. He seems to be a bit slow on releasing videos. It may just be it's that time of year, always taking a bit of a break out. He's not pumping the vids out like he was last year, but I'm sure he'll get around to it. Has someone got a TV on in the background? I can hear a TV.
Oh yeah, that'll be me, Mick. Hang on a sec.
So what's the
hang on a minute.
What's the plan of attack for today, then, Zip? What are you up to, buddy boy? Zip?
no, you're still muted.
Yeah, Zip is muted. Yeah.
Sorry about that. I muted because I was typing.
That's right.
All right, so you guys want to see what I'm repairing here? Told you what I was going to do on a plow.
Well,
Yeah,
we might as well
yeah,
have a look. You've not been doing a great deal today, so we might as well have a little look at it.
All right, that pin that goes straight down, what I just showed you, goes straight down here, holds onto the plow. And if you see up over here, it's all busted
Yeah, it's gone.
on the bottom. So I have to cut this out and re-weld another pipe in there.
Yeah,
Man.
that's gone. Mike, is there any chance we can have a quick look at your spanner or wrench drawer, please? Can I have a quick look at that for me? Come on, don't be shy. There you go. There it is. There it is. Just Zip. Are you seeing that? Lovely. That's how we like to see it. Oh,
But like I said
Do that
earlier,
one
oh,
for you.
there's more.
I know where my 10 millimeter is.
There she is. There she is. You see? Isn't she beautiful? Isn't she beautiful?
That's
Look at
not
the
as bad as that's not as disorganized as yours, Mick.
It's like that to me is like heaven.
You have your okay, that's a little better. Yours has the mastery of clutter, and I bow to your
Great.
ability.
I'm going to sit straight at my workshop.
I bow to your ability to not let that bother you.
Oh, it don't. It don't bother me. Much.
What's that?
Cheers, Denzel with Destroyer for coming in, mate. I did try and say hello to you, but the chat was rocking and rolling, mate. But thanks for popping in, Denz. Much appreciated, buddy.
I'm on mute again. Got some
Yeah, I'm going on
more
mute.
typing to do.
Noise.
Okay, Mike. Yeah, cool. And also, Shamrock is now off as well. They're going off. That's cool. Boats has just rocked in the house. How you doing, Boats? Nice to see you, buddy boy. Hope you're doing well.
A boat?
He's what's he? I'm going off on a charter boat this morning to the Gulf of Mexico. Oh yeah, how the other half live?
They're all right for some.
Yeah.
Boys, I'm going to go ahead and jump off from here and get me some breakfast. God bless y'all. Love y'all.
Okay, Doug. Much appreciated,
We'll see
Doug,
ya.
for coming up. Yeah, that was cool. I shan't be much longer myself, but
See you
thanks
later,
for popping
Doug.
up, Doug. Much appreciated, buddy.
Love you, Papa Sweener. Tell Mama Sweener I said hello and love her too.
Okay, so with
I will. See you, Martin. Have a great one, man.
look after yourself, buddy.
Have a good one.
So with Doug now leaving, we've now got spots for 2 more to come on up. So feel free to hit the old link. We've got Snobby Scrap Picker. He's come on back. He's obviously been for a couple of years. Right? Snobby, you're back, buddy.
Welcome back, Snobby.
So we've got room on here for one more if you want it.
Don't want to fucking go too early. I've been there for well early, wouldn't I?
Well,
Where you
we
been,
could go.
Top them out.
Have I been? I don't know what happened.
Would have thought so. You could never tell. It's the nice and longest part of the journey going down Bruce Grove. Always gets.
Is that
Martin,
Roy in the chat? I can't see Roy.
It sounds like Roy. Martin, if you're going to yak in a conversation, making him just mute your mic. Can we do it, buddy boy? Because it just knocks the stream out.
I thought I heard
It's not
Roy.
a problem. Do you know what? Martin sounds like he's Roy's brother. It's uncanny how he sounds just like him. I can't get over it.
Yeah. Very strange.
But I think Roy's got more hair than me.
Oh, I don't know.
Wow. It just sounds like Roy. It's unbelievable.
I know well. Initially, when he first said hello, I thought that is Roy. What's going on? He's changed his account. It's uncanny how it sounds like him. Nice microphone, Mick. Yeah, this was a present off my wish list that one of my good friends sent me, which was cool. Got some serious angle grinding to get on with. Lucky 7, yeah, he's got some serious grinding there to do. He's got to cut that off. So there's room on the panel for one more. I'm rocking at 39 in the house. If you can get some thumbs up, that'd be cool. There's room for one more to fit between the 2 lovely gentlemen on the bottom row. So feel free to come on up. Where you been in the Snob? You darted off and come back again. You coffee break?
I don't know what happened. I even had to turn the phone off because even though I left the stream, right, I don't know because I'd see that I got a notification. So I went and checked it out, and it was I don't know if it's someone in the chat or it looks like a gamer who's actually subscribed to my channel. And I thought, well, you know, I'm not really into gaming at all, but so I don't know where that one's come from. And then I tried to get back onto the screen, and it wouldn't allow me to. And then I went to leave the stream because I couldn't get back on it, and then all of a sudden I've turned everything off on your stream, and I'm like, the phone is now off. So I've literally had to switch the phone off and then come back in again.
To be fair, I don't know about you, Snob, but you're not a million miles away from me, and the weather over here is absolutely shocking. So it might have something to do with that. And my internet is actually on 5 bars. It's blowing like a hooligan and absolutely lashing down the rain. It's performing quite well, I think.
Yeah, well, I'm only on my phone in the shed, and I think it's fantastic. And this is nothing to do with the Wi-Fi. This is just 4G.
Yeah, cool. I've got someone else coming in. Who we got here? Oh, here he comes, the big man himself. Can you get hold of your thumbs and fingers and do this for me, please, Boat?
Stick your tongue out.
Come on up, buddy boy. There's Boats. How you doing, Boats? Nice to see you, buddy.
Hey, Boats.
Martin, your mic is on mute, just so you know. You must have muted it, mate. I didn't. But so if you want to join the chat, feel free, buddy boy.
Good to see you, Boats.
What are you up to, man?
Yeah, sorry, lads. Yeah.
Orange Zippo.
It's not a problem, Martin. It's just literally, you just get some feedback from people having a chat. It just upsets the stream when people try and yak. That's all it is, mate. It's not a bollocking. What it is. So what are you doing then, Boats? You're off on a boat charter?
Yeah.
Have you got YouTube running in the background?
Me?
Someone's got YouTube in the background running.
I don't have anything running. Me?
I'm getting feedback.
Boats, if you have YouTube running on another page, can you mute it?
I think it's gone.
No,
I think it's gone. It's gone now. It's gone.
I'm on my iPad.
So what are you doing then, Boats? You're going on a charter?
Yep.
My God.
Down to Gulf of Mexico, you on the
Nice,
Florida
nice.
side or Texas side?
The Florida. Yeah, I'm in
Yeah.
Fort Myers Beach.
Yeah.
So what are you hoping to achieve out of today then? Is that a sightseeing thing, is it? Or what's going on with that?
No, I want to catch some fish.
Are you fishing?
Oh, yeah.
Well, you
Nice.
you sat next to the right person in the stream because Snobby is a very keen fisherman. So what are you hoping to catch then, Boats? What's on the menu?
Maybe a snapper. I'm open to catch a shark or two.
A shark?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Have you got the old guns to pull them in then, or what? I'll check you out. 2 tickets to the gun show, please.
I got my
Got to refill my drink. I'll be right back.
my fishing shirt. I picked up a fishing shirt to keep the sun is very hot down here.
Yeah, why don't you just rub that in, boats? 'Cause over here we've got 70-mile-an-hour winds and it's lashing down with rain. Cheers for that, buddy.
It's brutal down here. I hear somebody talking in the back.
Yeah, I got a sneaky feeling. It's Martin has got some feedback coming back.
I didn't want to show you this, Mick, right? Because, you know, I just didn't want to go upsetting the rest of the day. But I've got to show you this because we've all been talking about pretty toolboxes.
Oh, what's that? Okay, so I will, on this one occasion, I will let that slide. Only because...
Oh, blue.
Because it's portable tool kits like that. Yeah.
Yeah, nice. I'll let that slide because I too have a tool selection, only a small one, and mine is as it should be. So I will let that slide.
I'll be right back.
Okay, mate. Only because that is my go-to box.
The thing is, it's not mine. It's me boys.
Oh, snobby, muck with his sockets. Mix his sockets up and turn them upside down and stuff. You've got to do it.
Payback time, you mean?
Take one out and keep it in your pocket till he notices, and then.
Yeah, and when he says, "Have you seen my 5/8?" Just say, "Yeah." Well, have you seen my tools that you haven't put back?
Yeah.
You ain't getting it back. You ain't getting it back till it's done. Sham Dog's in the house. How you doing, Sham Dog? Nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. Still holding 40 in the house, Snob. How cool is that?
Oh, that's brilliant. That's fantastic. I was actually thinking of doing one myself tomorrow. So if there's anyone that wants to have a little hangout tomorrow,
yeah, cool.
I'll probably do one tomorrow.
Yeah,
I'll about with you.
Yeah, I'm working nights, but yeah, I get up around about 11 o'clock. What's Boats trying to dazzle me with? Let's have a little look here. Let's come across the boat.
Look at that! Look.
Oh,
he must polish that.
Oh, come on! That's not even been used.
That's
no.
Oops, I can't get a good.
That's brand new.
Yeah, he bought it this morning.
Yeah, you bought that this morning.
I can't get a good view on it.
Just as well.
Yeah. Oh God! Look at it. Look.
Oh, I can't stand it. That's gonna.
I bought it used, but it was brand new.
Boats. That's gonna give me. That's gonna give me eye blisters.
Yeah, I could use one of them sockets to brush my teeth with. That clean. It's like a mirror.
It's gonna give me eye. It's gonna give me archive. I'm gonna get archive. I'm gonna get archive from your socket set. It's too bright.
Hey Zippo.
Yes.
Do you know SK sockets?
Yes. I've got quite a few sets.
Yeah, I love SK stuff.
Yep.
I bought this off of Facebook Marketplace for $100. And,
oh, you did.
That
You
retails
did.
for over 200.
Yeah, you did really well there.
Yeah,
Most definitely.
guaranteed.
Yeah, I've got a boatload of SK sockets, ranging from the 1950s
Nice.
up to some of the more current stuff. In fact, the only complete set of swivel sockets that I have are S&K.
Yeah, the sockets are really easy to clean because of that.
Whoa. Did your sockets are easy to clean?
Yeah, you have to.
Oh God.
You have to clean them.
Oh yeah.
I'm not being a part of this.
Show of hands on who agrees you wipe your tools down before they go back in the box.
Oh, you seriously do that?
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
So in the chat, can we have one thumbs up or one thumbs down if you clean your tools after you've used it and put it back in a box? So that is categorized as if you have got a 10mm socket out or ratchet out, whatever, and then you put your socket back and you clean the socket before you put it back in the box. We're not talking about at the end of the day. We're talking about cleaning as you go. Let's get. Oh my God, Dirt Rider, you're sacked. Get out of it. I do it all the time. Oh my
Clean as
Lord.
I go. Absolutely. Yep.
I see some. I see some serious unsubscribing coming up. Denzel the Destroyer, good man, you're there. Shannon, thumb down as well. I mean, that's taking it to the extreme. Martin, I keep losing you in the panel, mate. You keep dropping out and what have you. I clean to make up brushes. Laugh out loud.
She cleans up her makeup brushes. They are her tools.
That doesn't count, Dusty. I hate to use dirty tools. Oh, come on, people. Let's have a look. Let's have a little investigation. Right? Now, this is live. This isn't premeditated. I'm gonna pull a socket out. This is a socket, and it is a 16mm socket housing with a 5/16 socket in it. And would you look at that? Oh, what's that in there? Oh, bit of something in there going on. Let's have an investigation. Let's have a little investigation of what we got hidden in that one. Oh, I don't know if that's grass or what that is in there. Yeah.
Oh,
so what I'm going to do, just to prove the case, is I'm going to put that grass back, and then put that socket back in there.
I think Mick just really likes to hurt my brain when he does stuff like that.
My God, they're queuing up. I'll tell you something. I'm not bringing you up. No chance, Mike. Oh, I pushed the wrong button. How you doing, Mike? If you're gonna pronounce one thing about your tools, you're going straight back in the basement. That's the end of it. I'm not having it.
No, this is the wife's toolbox.
I agree with you, curb appeal, lawn care. Anytime, and even in your toolbox, you don't want to end up getting all that grease and everything in your toolbox. So that's the main reason why I clean them.
Hang on, Mike. I'm getting to you. Right, let's have a look then. This is a wife's toolbox. Here we go.
Yeah.
Wife's toolbox. Open the drawer up.
Open up a drawer there, Mike.
Open them up. Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
Yes.
Doable. No, God.
Man.
No, not having it. No, God. Out.
Yep.
No.
Man after my own heart, right there. Absolutely.
No. Come on.
Yep.
This is the wife.
Child-friendly show. Oh my God.
That way you know where everything's at any given time.
Sick.
You're allowed to have one junk drawer in your toolbox. One. Oh, you can just keep opening them up there, Mick, because each one of yours, see?
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Oh, that's lovely.
Check that out.
Oh, Mike, doesn't that just make your eyes hurt?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Can I have another look, Mick? I love that box.
Yeah, I'll show you again. Yeah. I love my screwdriver drawer. Love it.
Yeah.
Oh God, you hit my stomach, man.
Oh, check
Making me ill. I'm cringing.
He has to shuffle. He has to shuffle everything around so that he can get the drawer closed.
Don't you worry about that. I got my stuff sorted out.
But Zippo, if you ever watch Mick's videos, he does wipe his tools off before he puts them away. I seen him wipe them off. Yeah.
You show me one link. I've done that. You show me one.
I seen you have that paper towel. I saw you wipe it off and before you put it back in there.
Not having it. You're not going to come on my stream and start causing aspersions, Mike. It's not going to happen.
Yes, Mick. I saw you.
I tell you something, Mike. I reckon you actually wax your toolbox. I reckon you use that turtle wax stuff to make it shine, don't you?
No, it's toolbox wax.
No.
Yes, it is. It's
You're
a spray-on.
joking me.
It's a spray-on toolbox wax.
No,
See,
tell
Zippo
me.
does it too.
No. Oh no. Zip.
Speed. I use automotive speed detailer in a spray bottle.
Yeah,
And then
but that's like there's a toolbox wax that does the same thing. Serious, it's true.
guilty.
They'll love it, won't they,
Absolutely
Zippo?
Yeah.
It does. It's really clean. And then you know what? I don't clean it for a whole week. Then I just spray that on there, wipe it off, and it comes clean real easy.
Well, the dust and everything just falls off of it if you just spray the detailer on there. The dust just doesn't adhere to it.
That's right.
See,
It's true.
Turnabout is fair
I know
play,
it sounds
Mick.
funny, but it's true, Mick. It
Turnabout's
is
fair
true.
play. We take care of our tools because our tools take care of us.
I've got a headache coming on.
Yeah.
See, good. Now we're making Mick's head hurt instead of him making our head hurt.
Do you clean your toolbox when you change your cardboard on your floor?
What?
He has cardboard on the floor of his garage.
Mike, answer the question.
I mop my floors.
I'm guilty about putting cardboard underneath any mower that has a leak. And the only reason I do that is so that I can find exactly where the leak is so that I can address the leak.
Mm-hmm.
I've got 4-year-olds.
Hang on. It's not quite right here.
That's the first time since he's owned it that he's wiped that thing down.
Brother, I ain't sprayed nothing on it. My God, you actually went down the shop, Mike, and you purchased Toolbox Cleaner.
No, I got it as a free sample.
Oh, yeah, it would need to be free, brother. It would need to be free.
Yeah. We're talking about tools. How many people remember these old types of screwdrivers?
I had one of those before. Irwin.
Yeah.
It's an Irwin, right?
Yeah. And these fell in my lap yesterday. A good friend of mine was cleaning stuff out, and he brought his set over.
Oh, I'd love to have a set of those.
Yeah, and those are just going to be. They're not going to go in the toolbox. Those are, to me, collectible. So they're not going to get used, and they're in exceptional shape for their age. So.
I got.
Hey, Mick.
Yes, sweetheart.
I gotta get ready to leave for the boat.
Okay, well, make sure that you put that nice socket set away somewhere safe. When you get back, it's nice and clean. You haven't got to get your detergent wipes out and clean it.
Yeah, if I get salt water on it, I'll definitely wipe it off.
Yeah.
Enjoy yourself. Be safe, and if you get a shark, have a shark steak for me.
All right.
Have fun, boat.
Later, matey.
See ya.
Okay, so once Boats leaves the chat, we're looking at one more space on the old stream. I'm rocking at 37. A few people have left.
Howdy, Scottish.
Have left. Scottish Projects has stumbled into the old building. How you doing, Scottish? How you doing, Chrissy boy? Hope you're doing well. And also, Cherokee has since left as well. I see him. He popped out a minute ago as well. So question is, what are those screwdrivers for, Zip? I've seen them and never liked the flat handles.
Well, to me, they give you really good purchase and they fit your hand pretty good. But this was just how screwdrivers were made back in the day. They were drop forged and handles were riveted into them like a nice knife. And that was just how they were made. But there's a lot of people out there that collect them, and these just happen to drop in my lap. I have a really old one that I've got hanging up in the shop that has a broken tip on it that I'll shoot in the video and show what one of the really old ones looks like.
Yeah. Does your missus know you brought them?
Oh, see, here comes another man who wants to come up here and chat about how clean his toolbox is and give it all the big one.
Oh,
If you want to come up on this panel, you got to shave that goatee off, and you're not going to come up here till that happens.
So here comes Scottish Project.
No, it's not.
Hey, mate.
How you doing, buddy boy? Nice to see you.
How we doing, guys?
Peel Lawn Care in Indiana. Whereabouts in Indiana are you at?
We are about 20 miles east of Indianapolis.
Northeast of Indianapolis in Muncie.
Okay. Yep.
So you got 2 Indiana boys in the house.
Me too.
Uh-oh.
You're in Indiana also?
Yeah, yeah, we've been
Well,
over.
look
Right.
at that. We've got the market corner here.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's quite easy to solve. You just get rid of a few of them, and that way you know you're numbered back to where how it should be. Now you're on the bottom row where you should be, down there at the land.
Oh, okay. Snobby wound up on top of me. That's just...
It happens. How you doing, buddy boy? Nice to see you coming up. It's the second time you've been on my panel, which is nice to see. Bit of regular appearance. How you doing?
Oh, pretty good. Yourself?
Yeah, rocking and rolling. Wasn't due to go live today, but I just thought, hell, there's no one in the house, and I'm not going to sit there and talk to a cat all morning. So I thought I'd get down here, and I was going to tidy my toolbox, but I got in the shed and I thought, nah, that's not going to
You
happen.
lie like a dog.
I got the notification for the live stream, but I was trying to finish up some flooring that I put in the office here real quick, and then got that done. So I got online then.
Fantastic. So you're still on your break, I suppose, on your timeout?
Yeah, I've got that. Every winter, the wife comes up with what everybody calls the honeydew list.
Right. Yep. Got the honeydew list going. I get a free pass on the honeydew list on the 28th when I have my shoulder surgery. I don't have to do anything for a while.
So you have to be hospitalized to get out of it. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Pretty much. That's about the only way. Yep, you have to be injured.
I mean, that's how the Micks Mowers show should be seen. It should be seen on live TV. That's cool.
Yeah, there you go.
Look at that.
See what you do now. You see, Mike, is if you watch that, Mike, on the big screen, you'll just see this happen. Bump. It's just me. Wait for the 3-second delay. Yeah, I'll pop up in a minute. There you go.
There you go.
There we go.
And I can improve it. I can just dump you out of the stream. So what's on the Oh yeah, Pooch. They're quiet for once too, Mike. Normally they're yapping.
What do you think, Brody? You gonna talk to him? No? What do you think? No, they're too tired.
Yeah, they're worn out. So what's on the honeydew? Oh, we've gone. Just about to ask my question. Shot out of the room. 35 in the house. I don't know how we're doing on thumbs up and thumbs down. If you can give us a thumbs up if you just come on in, that'd be cool. Much appreciated. Diesel guys there. If you want to see a tidy toolbox, you should look at mine. I can't even shut the drawers. It's all falling out. That sounds like heaven.
A dream.
a dream come true. Good. So what are you doing today? And Mike, you not got a lot on, buddy boy. You just mooching about?
I ain't got cleaned up yet. It's 9:25. I got to get cleaned up and then get outside with the dogs. The dogs were up 3 times last night, and it was horrible.
Well, can't you just let them run loose in your workshop?
They bark all night.
There we go. Now I got you on the big screen.
It would echo so loud off inside the barn. My neighbors would complain and everything else. So,
yeah, they're spoiled, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
It's all that cardboard they got to lay on. That's what it is. It's all that nice, comfy cardboard.
No, they got a nice little bench out there they lay on.
My lord, this wind is really picking up out here. The old roof's starting to wobble.
I know you moved those. Better not say nothing.
Go on, you say it. Your lips started flapping. You just carry on now, brother.
Nothing, Mick.
Yeah, come on. It started off with the roof. So come on, you just you put your big boy pants on and you get it done.
Stand up, Mick. See if you hit your head.
It's a bump-free zone from now on. Showing 56 on the thumbs up and 1 on the down. That's fantastic. And still holding 35 in the house, which is fantastic for today's stream. That's really good. To be fair, I thought I'd only get like 18 in the house maximum today, but do you know what? The panel's been good and the chat's been really good. Everyone's been playing along nicely, apart from Zippo, and it's all been really good. Oh, careful now, sweet cheeks.
Oh, jeez.
I've got to bring this person up first, only because she is a riot. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce you to the gorgeous Dusty Blonde.
There we go, Dusty.
No
hey, honey.
Hi, Dusty.
Hello.
How you doing, sweetheart?
Hiya, honey.
Ryder, Lucky 7, Micks, Nobby.
Dusty, this is like one of the first times you've actually graced your presence on my panel. This is like outrageous.
I know. So honoured.
Well, and it's going to be amazing how quickly Snobby now calms down and just sits in a chair and is going to stop talking now.
Did you see that toolbox, Dusty, of my wife?
Yeah.
Hey?
Did you see that toolbox of my wife's? Snobby needs to get you a toolbox now.
I have got one.
What's yours?
Oh no.
I'll show you on Sunday.
Okay.
I'll get my tool on Sunday.
Oh, cheeky.
If it's saucy. And there's got to be a rule then, Dusty. Whatever the condition of a toolbox is now, is you're not allowed to interfere with it until Sunday. You can't go around giving it all the bigger and wiping it all down and making it look presentable. It is what it is.
I've got to say, Snobby's had his fingers in there, and so has my son. So
that's irrelevant, you know. Poppet has been in Snobby's shed and done that to his shed this week, so it is what it is. But no, making it look gorgeous. I'm not. That's better. Bring it back a bit. That's it. So what have you been doing? What have you been doing, Dusty girl? You been up to much today?
No, just tidying up.
Just tidying up, eh? Just normal household duties.
Yes. Gonna start dinner soon and then go Zumba tonight.
Zumba. And how's the tattoo holding up? Has it started to get to that stage where it's not drying out, but you know, sort of getting that back rubbing? You know that bit where it gets. Yeah, has it got to that bit yet?
Yeah, where you want to do like what Blue does up against the tree.
I hate that stage. It's like you're crawling with ants all the time, and you just want to try and get it done. So is it looking good?
I can't see it.
Yeah, that there be the problem, isn't it? But I take it you're keeping it well bepanthomed up and whatever, and it's looking nice and supple, hopefully.
Yes, Nobby said there might be a little bit of touching up to be done, but
yeah, you can't always guarantee that until it's fully healed up and you can see where the imperfections are. I know that some of mine, I've got some red in here, which is supposed to be flames, and where I had it done, I mean, I was always moving about, working and what have you. It irritated it, and I've got to go back and get that bit touched up at some point. But at the moment, I can't be asked with it.
Yeah.
Good. So what? So again.
I say they're not cheap nowadays to have a tattoo done.
No, well, my mate Freddie, who owns a shop called Needle and Threads in West Sussex, he's got a 6-month wait list, and I dread to think how much it is now an hour with Freddie, because he's like one of the top 3 in the UK. He's won so many awards, so yeah, they're not cheap, and the wait time is huge now. Were you going to say something, Zip? I don't know if you're going to start talking, then, buddy.
Yeah, over in the comments, Diesel Guy wants you to pop your email up. He needs to send you a picture.
Banners. And Micks Mowers. There it is there. There's my email address right below. Feel free to do that. So what's for dinner, Dusty? What are we cooking? What's on the menu today?
Snobby's got steak, chips, mushrooms, onions, tomatoes,
Lord,
lasagna, and Polar Ice has got pizza.
My Lord, Snobby's got steak. How did he wangle that one? Hey? Go on, Snob.
He had a good day at the scrapper, so he splurged.
Have you noticed Snobby's been awful quiet since Dusty's been up here?
Have you noticed how he's just been like? Hang on, what is that? Is that? It's like somebody's pulled the lead tight.
It does.
See, but the thing is, Snobby, Dusty's been listening all along. You don't have to behave now just because she showed up.
He knows that. He knows that. She been in the chat. Snobby's all right. He's I mean, to be fair, this is the first time Dusty's come on up, and I think good on you, Dusty. I know I did mention to you the other week on your panel, but you should grace other people's panels because it makes a hell of a difference.
Yeah, I know. Sometimes the timing ain't right though, and
no, I get that. I get that.
I have to gear myself up to a Sunday stream because sometimes I just don't want to do it.
But when you get on a roll, Dusty, it's good. When she gets on a roll, it's good. Everybody loves it.
When Dusty and Snobby went to the post, and Dusty hid his coffee and made him think that it was still in there, that he had taken it with him.
It wasn't me. It was Dusty.
I hide things all the time in here. They call me the secret squirrel because they put things down. I put it away and I never know where I've put it. So
I've just got
years later, we'll be sorting something out, and I'll go, "Oh, look what you've got! Did you know you had this?" And he'll go, "No."
It sounds all too common. I'm just trying to load this photograph up, but these guys sent me, but it looks a little bit dark at the minute. Just let me my emails fire up. But the toolbox does look kind of great, Zip. I think you're in for a bit of a treat.
Oh, I hope it's a good one.
I can just about make it out. As I say, the lighting is not brilliant. Okay, sent it over to email. I have got it. There's a guy. I'm just waiting for it just for my emails just to pop on up. Quack Ness has popped on in too. How are you doing, Quack Ness? Nice to see you.
I know.
Aquatic.
Still holding at 37 in the room, which is fantastic, and a couple of thumbs up and a couple of thumbs down, which is cool. Let me just try and find his emails address. I had his emails if I can load them up. Temporary error. We're sorry, but your Gmail account is temporarily unavailable, and we apologise for your inconvenience. Oh well, I can't do that.
Oh, yeah.
So I'll try and refresh it and see if it.
That's Mick's excuse because he saw the picture and it was a really organized toolbox, and he just didn't want to show it.
I tell you something, Zip. It is not. Which is weird. My Gmail doesn't normally muck about. Let me try and reload it. It might just be Gmail is down. But Sam, I got the email come through on my phone, so it should load. Oh, here it goes, loaded.
Diesel guy said he'll try to get some light on it and send it again.
Okay, the email's running, man. I've just got to refresh my emails, and hopefully they'll come through. I'll leave it open.
Dirt Rider, Zippo, look, this is Spoiled Dogs.
Where are you, Dusty? Let me try and find you down here, sweetheart. Somewhere you're down here. Oh dear. Oh, look, cuddling next to Mummy.
That's just like with me. I'm sure, Dusty, you can't go anywhere in the house without her being right there. And that's the way this one is. She's always just got to be right there underfoot.
Yeah,
that's good,
that's the boy. His name's Blue Bear, and he is my shadow. Yeah. He is my shadow.
Yeah, I agree, Quack Ness. We've got some fantastic people and had some fantastic people up on this panel today. And normally, Snobby, this is a really tricky thing to do, especially during a midday stream, is to get these panels filled. Today, yes. I mean, at one point, I had 4 people in the basement queuing up to get on here. It was absolutely crazy.
Oh, excellent. Yeah,
excellent. That's great.
It is great because I was on a stream just the other week and I was really struggling. It was my own stream. I was really struggling to get just someone up, and I think MES Gaffer came up to keep me company for a bit. But
yeah, every day is different.
Yeah, every day is different. And hopefully, when you go live tomorrow, Snob, you'll have a good stream too. So I've been holding 35 to 40 in the house for the past hour and a half, which is fantastic. I'm well happy.
Oh, brilliant. If anyone could kindly drop my link in the chat, that'd be appreciated, just in case there's anyone in there that wants to.
I'll do that right now for you, Snob. You chat amongst yourself. I'll do it right now for you.
Diesel guy said he sent the pic again with some more light on it.
Right, mate. I just going to hook up Snobby's channel here. Let me just run Snobby's channel, and I'll come back and load that photograph. So talk amongst yourselves just whilst I'm off screen for a minute.
And I may even just tidy up a few tools.
Snobby, do you clean your tools up?
Let's just have a quick look. Let's just have a quick look. You ready for this? Top of the box.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that. That's how it should be. Look at that. Look, it's lovely.
Oh my!
Those aren't your fingerprints, Snobby.
I've actually got some room on my tool lid here for some stickers, right? I've got a lovely big space here, and I've got some space over there.
You've got some coming from me. They're going to go to Mick, and Mick's also going to send them to you and to Roy's the boy, and little something for Riley boy, and I already got with Sparky. I've got to send out for Sparky as well, and little something extra for Mick as well. So,
oh, I love a little surprise. So there is Snobby Scrap Pickers link running in the chat. If anyone hasn't picked up Snobby, feel free to pick him up. And also, if you check out, if I get rid of my email address now under banners, get rid of that. You'd also be able to hook up with, if you hook up Dusty Blonde into YouTube search, you'll pick up a nice little thumbnail of a woman with big bushy blonde hair. That'd be the Dusty, and you can pick up Dusty. Well, it's accurate, and it was clean. And don't forget to pick up Zippo as well. Don't forget to pick him up, and also Dirt Rider. Pick Dirt Rider up as well, because he's ticking over. And
I don't need any subscribers or nothing like that. I'm just here to have a good time with you guys. You guys are all great people and everything.
Go over to Dirt Rider 500 and hook him up and comment in his latest video, I'm here for Micks Mowers, and give the man something to do, because he doesn't want it, so I'm going to send it. So go over there and hook him up.
There you go.
That's what happens. Right. Where's this email? Let me find this email right quick. Been there and refresh that. It hasn't come up yet.
Oh wow! Do you want to see the safe, Mick? But I won't open the door.
Give us 2 texts. At the minute, I'm actually in me emails. That email hasn't come through yet, Diesel guy. I've got a feeling there is an issue with emails at the moment. I better do it on my phone possibly, but it won't be quite as good. Let me find you. Where you going, Mike? We're off somewhere. Where's Mike? He's there.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about. That safe right there. Yep.
Yeah, that's nice. That's nice, isn't it? Is that a keypad one? Is it a touch one?
Yes, and it's got a key.
Yeah, that's cool. Is that for guns? Is it, or just for household accessories?
Guns.
Yeah, good man. Yeah, it's nice. Yeah,
that's nice. Why I said I'm not gonna open.
No, don't open it up.
No.
Let me find this email from Diesel guy. I can't get it on my screen. So I was hoping to share the screen, but it's not going to happen. Hasn't refreshed. So let me try and find this email right quick.
Well, I do need to shave, don't I?
You do need to shave. I didn't want to say anything, but
those look pretty bad.
I think
my glasses are dirty too.
That email's not come through yet, Diesel guy. On my phone, on my laptop. I got the first one, but I've not got the second one.
Wow,
Dirt Rider, too early for beer from Aquatic Nest.
Yes,
it's never too early for a beer.
I know, she's making me think about it now.
Same here, curb appeal. You have to. And I've got
It's
a nice.
12 o'clock somewhere.
Yeah, go and get a beer, Mike. Keep your feet up.
9:37 here, so too early.
2:30 here in the afternoon.
Yeah, yeah. I also keep Curb saying he keeps all his firearms in a safe too. I keep all mine locked up in a cabinet as well. Not a safe. It's a gun safe, effectively.
Well, I got two. Wait, I got two grandkids, and then I got another one on the way. So my wife said, "Well, here's your Christmas present. We got to start putting them away now." So
yeah, hell yeah,
makes good sense to me.
It is common sense, right? It's common sense. I mean, it's the same for me. Riley Boy. If Riley Boy ever got hold of it, he knows the procedure on how to load a gun because he's seen me do it. So with Riley Boy in the house, it just don't make no sense. So yeah, lock them up. And my kids are also locked up in a separate safe. So you have to get into my cabinet. You have to get into the key safe to get the keys out to get into the big safe.
Okay, that'll work.
And in there for my rifles, I keep all my bolts in the key safe as well. So even my rifles are no good if you got into there because there's no bolts in them. Took the bolts out.
Yeah.
Got to do it. It's all part of keeping it safe.
Hello, Stephen.
Hiya, Stephen. How you doing, buddy boy? Nice to see you coming on in. Hope you're doing well. So, I'm looking forward to Dusty Blonde's live stream on Sunday where she's going to be revealing her toolbox.
Whoa.
Yeah, but that wasn't where I was going with that, Snob. Initially, that was legit. That was legit, and you just spiced it up 3 turns.
Well, what I'm going to say is, it's nothing like Dirt Rider's wife's toolbox. That's all I'm saying. It's nothing like that at all.
Dusty, I think if you put your thumbnail saying I'm going to reveal my toolbox, I reckon you could get quite a full panel.
Yeah. I'll be there.
They'd be queuing up. Like you put your StreamYard out like 2 hours early. You'll have 55 in the chat before you do anything.
My thumbnails and my titles and my streams, there's all a method in my madness there because they're all Madonna songs, and you have to listen to the song to hear the mood.
Yeah, but you see, I don't know any Madonna songs.
So you just type in the title and it's there.
Yeah, see, until you said Madonna, I didn't even know who she was.
Yeah, you
so
did.
no, I didn't. Honestly, I don't do that whole celebrity thing. I'm just I'll tell you right.
You've never heard a Madonna song, or
a little while. No, honestly, I can tell you, hand on heart, I could not tell you what one of Madonna's songs are. Hand on heart, tell them the truth.
Like a virgin.
I've heard that one. Yeah, I've heard that song, but I couldn't tell you what the song was.
The scary
That's what the title of your live stream Sunday needs to be, Dusty. Like a virgin. Yeah, that'll pull.
The funny thing is, Sweet Cheeks.
My toolbox, like a virgin.
Yeah, Sweet Cheeks will go to work, and in the garage, a song will start playing. It'll be a Madonna song, and he starts singing all the words.
My God.
And he stops himself, and he goes, "My mother's driven me crazy."
Zippo, I'll never be able to hear that song again after you singing it.
Right, I've got an image now of a toolbox. Oh, I like it a lot. Okay, so let me see what I can do. I need to bring this back. Now I don't know if I can do it. I might have to. Let me just drop Mike down for a minute. He's busy working. I just want to drop it down, Mike, for 2 minutes, mate. I'll bring it back up in 2 minutes, mate. Okay. Drop him down. So let's go to share screen, and we'll click on that.
Howdy, Wild Bill.
And let me know when you can see this come up. You should be able to see it. And then I want to go to here, and I want to go to here. Look at that.
No.
Lovely. Oh, what a sight. That's beautiful.
Now, the interesting thing is what I like about this toolbox, before we discuss it in detail, is I love the way there is a sand bucket and spade bit right underneath it, like there should be. Oh, look, see, that's not even in the toolbox. The little driver, that's not even in there. That's like, you know, put to one side.
That is brilliant.
Oh, Zip, do you want me to frame that and send that over to you in a picture form?
That is lovely.
Oh, I love that.
No.
Thank you, Diesel Guy, for sharing that with me.
Yeah, I'm proud of you, Diesel Guy.
Oh,
I think my heart's hurting after that.
I hope he has a boulder to the wall with the doors open like that. He'll end up falling over.
No, there is a method to the madness, isn't there? Because, like, I like going down to the shed. If Snobby says go down and get a wrench, but it's by the pillar drill, then I'll go down and get a wrench, or he says like a number 13 socket or something. He knows where everything is, so he tells me. But then sometimes I have tidied up the shed and he can't find things.
I don't have that problem. I don't have that
That's
problem.
okay, Diesel Guy. And howdy, Blind TV.
See, but it is easier when he's got all the little, like, the precise screwdrivers all in their little box and they're all under the finger. You can just go down, run and get it and come back out again. But if they're not in a place, then you're forever searching for something.
Shamdog is off out now. Thank you very much for popping in, and lovely to see you. You're welcome anytime. Thank you very much.
Yeah, Shamdog.
But I always tell my wife when she borrows a tool, I said, just lay it out there on the bench and I'll put it away.
Right.
Wait.
Zippo answered the question.
Wait. So you're telling me your missus comes into your workshop and she'd be in there, right? She'd pick up a spanner, right? And she'd go off and use that, right? She come back and she got to put it up there so you can wipe the fingerprints and the mud off it before you put it back.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
See, Zippo knows.
Yeah, I've got some people that come over that need help doing something. They're going to want to do it themselves. So, and they know you set the tools on the tool tray next to the toolbox. I'll take care of putting them up.
Two seconds. I just got to. I'm going to drop Mike down because he's working just for a tick. I got someone wants to come on up.
You're right, Zippo. You got to.
When I was at work.
When I was at work.
Nope.
When I was at work and everything was all dirty and oily and all the time, and some guys wouldn't have a certain tool and stuff like that, and I'd say, well, go ahead, get it out of mine, but just lay it down there, and then I'll wipe it off and put it back because you won't do it right because I'll redo it anyways.
I can't be having that.
Take it easy, Garden Machines. We'll see you.
Right, Mick,
take
I'm
care.
going to go now.
All right, sweetheart. Well, Dusty, thank you very much for popping up, sweetheart. As always, much appreciated, and you're always welcome on the Micks Mowers show. It's lovely to see you, sweetheart, and I'll catch you on the next one.
Good to see you, Dusty. We'll see you.
Take it easy, honey.
Bye, Dusty.
Bye.
Bye.
And she's gone. Right, anyway, where were we?
I got 2 or 3 wanting to come on up.
Shelby goes right back into talking. Right back into talking. Like, all right, I'm ready. Here we go.
Okay.
It's great.
What's up,
Here's
guys?
Blind TV. Hey, Dan Blind. Nice to see you, buddy
Howdy,
boy.
Blind.
I can't see. What's going on?
That's because you're blind, I keep telling you. That's why that is.
I know it, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I'll feel that.
I was laughing at pretty boy tools over there. You know. If you need to, I would love for you to come over and wax my toolbox at any time if you want. I sure like a good shine on some stuff.
Come on, Mike. Come on over. Give it a wax up, brother. Come on.
Man, I'll even pay you in peanuts, dude, just so you know you're getting your value's worth or something.
Oh dear! See, this is what
model that toolbox.
I'm telling you. I've seen Mike's toolbox on several videos that he's done, and I'm telling you, I have problems when I turn my camera around and I get glare off of a 100-watt light bulb. You know what I'm saying? when Mike goes
Right.
past his toolbox, it's like there's a total eclipse going on. You can't see nothing on the camera because of it's like that mag. You have a welder's mask on.
Man, that's that you're kind of questioning the fact, does he use it or is it for show? Or I mean,
Oh yeah, Mike. What Mike does is he every 3 months he takes his toolbox out, puts it on a trailer, covers it up, and he takes it off to shows and he shows it.
oh, he's a spokesman for Snap-on. He's one of them model girls for Snap-on.
Oh yeah, he does that. He gets to the old show and he pops the hood up like that and he pulls the drawers out and there's people going around taking photographs of it and doing Twitter things and stuff like that. Oh, it's crazy stuff going on.
And there is nothing at all wrong with that either, is there, Mike?
No.
I mean, I definitely want him to like put his plaques and trophies up on the top part of that toolbox.
Hell no, you can't be putting plaques and trophies on top of toolboxes. You might scratch the paintwork. Damn it, you can't be doing things like that.
Oh shit, my bad. You know, blind guy.
Well,
I forget these things.
you've got to put a pad. Yeah. Got to protect that paint. All of my toolboxes, except for the Green Giant, have solid pad over top of them, just for that reason, just to keep from marring them up.
I put a bath towel. I bought some at, what was it, Dollar General or something?
So what we're saying is,
I covered them up.
Just to be clear, what we're saying is this kind of thing is unacceptable. So you wouldn't sort of get your toolbox and get a hammer and then go like that.
No.
You wouldn't be doing that.
No.
That's all stuff with it. I'm just curious as to why.
Dude, he could call his insurance agent up. Like, hey, what's my deductible?
I'm just
Blind. Hey, Blind, we've got a comment over here from Jennifer Winterburn saying that you did a strip tease for the girls on a panel the other night, that you had them all really excited and whooping about showing your guns and chest.
Oh, check you out.
Man, dude, I'm all about pleasing the crowd in life, man.
Yeah, you were having a good time, weren't you?
Oh man, I tell you what, I don't know if I would say I was more embarrassed. It's a good thing I can't see. The comments that were rolling out of those women's mouths were like, "Oh man, I need to put my shit back on because this is getting a little too much for the blind guy." And I got good hearing, but man, you get 6 girls on a panel, or 5 girls on the panel, and me, it becomes a show.
They'd be like dishing out the dollars.
Dude, I think I was rich, man. I wasn't getting peanuts that day, man. I was getting some actual dollar bills that day. I felt like Magic Mike, just throwing them down.
So I've just picked up on something. We have somebody in the chat here, in the panel here, who seems to be in a workshop. Now he's standing there, not saying a lot. I'm guessing he wants to show me his toolbox. Now,
okay. We saw Diesel Guy's toolbox.
Right.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
He's
already
laughing.
Oh.
This is the only messy area you'll see, and that's just in the lid.
Okay.
For whatever reason, I tried flipping my camera around, and it keeps booting me out. But
okay. Okay, but
that's okay.
It's okay. I mean, that's borderline. That's borderline for me. No, gone. No, I'm not having that.
Oh, no.
I can't be.
It was going good there for a minute.
Look at you sloppy.
Oh man.
Oh no! It's enough of a toolbox already. I mean, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have this hammer here. So every time someone brings a toolbox onto this show and demonstrates what a toolbox should look like, if they have a toolbox that is fully loaded and looking nice, I'm just going to do that every time because I know that's going to offend somebody. So that'll just make me shut my doors. It's going to happen.
Okay, here you go, Mick. If the toolbox is nice, but you see this drawer right here.
It's burnt. It's, oh my lord!
Hold on.
You're worried about people worried about what the toolbox looks like? You see this hammer?
Yeah, go on, bash it. Bash it. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
please go.
Oh, no, you didn't.
It's $1,000 toolbox, but it's just a toolbox. It's gonna get banged up.
My man, you rock.
The Toolbox porn channel. Diesel guy says the Toolbox porn channel.
Look,
Hey,
look,
man,
look, I tell you, look at the face. Look, he's like,
look, he's devastated.
Hey, I think he wants to send that guy right there a bottle of wax for,
It physically hurts.
I do
It
keep my toolbox clean though. I take pride in the way it looks, but I know it's not always gonna stay perfect. It's gonna get messed up.
Yeah.
So
But
you
that
buy
time
wax from the same dealer?
But the time does come when you'll go in and you'll sort everything, straighten everything out, and make sure the tools are clean and organized and in their place. So,
Have you ever seen a blind guy organize a toolbox? Has any of you guys ever seen a blind guy organize one? It doesn't work very well, okay? My 3/8 wrench could be in a quarter spot, and my 10 millimeter is going to be in a 19 millimeter spot. It just ain't working.
And well, it's not working for a reason. But mine is probably in the same condition as yours, and mine ain't working either. But that's just what I've got. That's what I'm doing. But did you see Mike's face when he hit?
Mike got hurt.
That was a butthurt face.
I damn near sawed myself that time. I'm telling you.
But having what hurt the most was everything's nice and neat and organized and clean, and he takes the heaviest hammer out of that drawer and just tosses it in there.
Yeah. Well, here's a little situation. I bought that toolbox. I had another toolbox for years and years and years. And I was working for a company at the time, and we were in the shop that day messing with a bobcat. We were in the shop just spinning the thing around in circles, and it slid across the floor. The forks on the front of the bobcat grabbed my toolbox, slung it across the shop, and all of my tools were scattered everywhere.
Lord have mercy.
That toolbox didn't survive. So that's why I got a new one.
Oh,
Wow.
I wish you had the video.
I bet that was a very painful day.
Yeah, that was long before I started doing YouTube videos, but we got a kick out of it. But ultimately, I ended up trashing a toolbox and spent the day picking up tools that were scattered everywhere.
Well, I hope you're able to find everything.
Yeah, I found it all.
That's good.
Did you put it all back in the place where it should be?
Except for a couple of doors that wouldn't close after the fact.
Oh,
yeah.
That is like one of my dreams come true. When you have a toolbox and the drawer it just won't close. That is like that. Oh, you see zip.
Have you ever had a problem where the drawer would not open because you've got too much in it? And there's nothing you can do to get that drawer open.
Oh, no, there is. I had that actually on this drawer. This drawer would not open, and I think it was because something was caught over the back. But I find if you just give it some of that, it tends to clear that problem. No problem at all.
Or get a crowbar on the drawer and just prise it open.
A lot of times, if you just give it a good shake, it'll come open.
Hey, I've tied a ratchet strap around my side by side and hooked it up to the door and yanked it that way.
Just about.
No, it's gone. You know what? I haven't yet showed you my bottom drawer yet. No one's even seen that. Check my bottom drawer out. This is where I keep all my bits and bobs. Check you out.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
that's artwork, bro.
I'm telling you, we got art in there, tables everywhere. Even look at this pair of pliers. Check them out. Oh no, they're not even pliers. What's that? That's an old filter remover.
Filter strap.
Oh, yeah, that's all thrown in there.
That's an airplane part.
I got to tell you guys a good story. This is funny. When I was working in the heat treat plant, we're working over these quench oil tanks, and you have to climb in on on your belly when you go in. And stay on your belly until you get in. And this kid was always going to get these big snap-on wrenches and everything. And he come in that week, and all I have is Craftsman. And he bought this brand new set of snap-on wrenches. And he was over top of that quench oil tank, and we always say, hold on to him real good. And you know what? That kid was bragging all week long, and I think it was Friday when it happened. He slid across that board. Next thing I know, I hear kaplunk, kaplunk, kaplunk. And he goes, I hear a, oh my God. And I go, what? Oh my God, what's going on? He goes, there went 3 of my brand new snap-on wrenches down in that tank. I said, they're gone forever now.
Oh, no. That's why it's time to go magnet fishing.
Oh, that was hilarious.
I bet that made a lovely sound. Ching, 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 ching.
I had to turn around and walk away. I left him in there for a minute, turned around and walked away. I was laughing so hard. And then when I come back, he goes, what are you crying about? I go, nothing.
I be crying because every time one wrench hits
Diesel guy's over here wetting himself.
That didn't sound right, guys.
What was it? We never cleaned the tanks out, but whenever we did clean them out, it'd be like once every 2 or 3 years. It was funny. Everybody volunteered to go clean out of the heat.
Fill themselves a new toolbox.
I mean, I've got some tools here. This is a lovely screwdriver, right? Very old one. This is probably like pre 1980s. This one, right?
Yeah.
I just use it to stir paint. You know, it's just a paint stirrer.
Hey, dude, he's going to start freaking out. And he's going to start sending everybody cleaning supplies and wax. Because you guys got this guy all stressed out.
I love the way Zippo is holding that main vein in his head to try and
I
stop.
am. I'm trying to keep it from. Trying to keep from having a brain aneurysm over here. Keith Eisenhower. Yes, we've got 3 Americans on the panel and 2 Brits.
America.
And you can tell you can tell which one's which by the state of a toolbox.
It's I mean, I speak blind, so my toolbox is everywhere. I mean,
yeah, but is it functionable?
Oh man, I mean, I know where everything is.
There you
A friend, he may go in there and be like, "Where's what? What? Oh, it's a 3rd drawer down, 4th over. You know, it's right there somewhere."
Yeah,
exactly that. Yeah, see, it's working for you. You know, it's the same.
It works.
Yeah, it's the same with me. My toolbox, yeah, it's chaos, and Zippo and Mike may sit there and grit their teeth and cringe, but you know, mine is still a functional toolbox. I know where everything is roughly.
Yeah,
don't worry.
It gets
I've worked in a factory, and I've seen these guys. Some of them have tons of grease on their tools and throw them back in. But it's like whenever I borrow one of their tools, it's like, man, I hope I don't have to borrow that greasy one they just threw in there.
Well, I used to work in a place in Arundel, which is right on the south coast, and it's where the River Arun runs all the way right through it. And that's where I used to.
They're talking about tools and toolboxes.
I used to hire boats out. I was only a young lad. I was only about 11 years old to 14 years old. And they had a big boathouse, much like you see on the old sort of lifeboat films and what have you. The tool shed was old. All the tools were all old. There was nothing new in there at all. And the tools were they were just dashed across the bench, literally just dashed. And there was, in fact, the toolbox was actually empty, and all the tools were on the bench. And that is where I draw the line, where you can't physically see the tools at all, where you just got stuff on top of stuff on top of stuff. And even my bench, until my electrics is sorted out, I'm running for extensions. That's got to be there. You know, but my bench is a mess at the minute. But as soon as my electrics is sorted out, that will be rectified because it is doing my head in. I want to have a bench that I can actually work on, and until my electrics is sorted out and the cable's gone out the way and what have you, there's nothing I can do about it. But there is a line that I do draw where you got to have tools put away in roughly the right place and a bit of organisation. Otherwise, there's no sense behind it. You're just never ever going to get anything done.
Well, I do see wrenches hung up on your wall in an organized fashion, so I guess I'll give you a pass this time.
Do you want me to double check, Zip, that they are all in the right order?
Absolutely not.
I already know they're not.
I don't think they're too bad. The big ones are okay because I don't generally use a lot of them, but I know that 10, 11, 12, 13, but no, the 13's not where it should be. I know that. I can see that for a fact. Farmouth from Alex, how you doing? Nice to see you, buddy boy. Hope you're doing well. He's come on in.
I do,
hope you're doing well. What's Mike doing? There's room for a couple more on here if anyone wants on. I'm going to be running for about another 20 minutes because that is roughly when Riley boy will be winging his way home, and I'll have to go indoors and give Mrs. P a hand to sort him out because we all know what he's like.
Well, how's she doing, Mick?
Say again.
How's your wife doing?
She's doing good, mate. Yeah, she's doing okay. She's struggling against a wind as we all are, but she's doing okay. She's doing okay, buddy.
I think there's 7 hours difference, Keith. It's 10 a.m. here, so that would make it what?
3 o'clock.
3 o'clock.
5 hours.
5 hours. Okay.
Yeah. 5 hours. Sometimes 6.
Brandon from BSS Small Engines has just rocked in the house. How you doing, Brandon? Nice to see you, buddy boy. We're rocking at 41 in the house. 41 in the house. Let's get some thumbs up and some thumbs down. That'd be fantastic on your way in or on your way out. I don't mind which is which.
Oh, that's awesome.
So,
41 in the house.
I didn't think 41 in the house was a thing on a midday stream.
Oh yeah, of course it's possible. You know, it is possible if you're popular and you're likable and that type of thing, and you can keep the chat going. And
I'm only as popular as the people in my panel and the people in my chat. If it wasn't for them, there's no point in turning the button on. And
we're helping him out, Zippo, with our good toolbox.
Say again, Mike.
Nothing.
I tell you something, he got damn rude sometimes. I just need to give him 5 seconds just to sort himself out.
Go to YouTube, back it up, and rewind, replay it. Yeah.
I tell you something, Mike. It's actually nice to see you, buddy, because you don't frequent panels very often.
No, I don't.
I know you don't.
It is great to see you, Dirt Rider.
No, it is nice, and also it's good for you too because it gets you up, gets you yakking, and gets you laughing and joking. And we all know that laughter is the best medicine. So
I know when Ollie's on here, if Ollie's on anything, man, I die so hard my side starts hurting. I start crying. I can't hardly watch it. Just his laugh kills me.
Well, it's good medicine. Ali Mack has just come on in the house. How you doing, Ali Mack? Just came in to give you a thumbs up.
Yeah,
there he is. He rocked up. I tell you, if you mention the man's name, he turns up. That's what it is.
I know he does, and he's probably laughing right now.
Yeah, how you doing, Ali? Fantastic to see you. I have banged the link out there if anyone's interested in the link. We've got about another 20 minutes on this stream before we pack it up. I've been going for 3 hours already, so my voice is starting to dwindle as it does on a 4-hour stream.
Yeah.
So
awesome stream.
Thanks, man.
What are you doing, Mike? Where are we going?
I'm going back in the house. I smoked my cigarette.
Okay. Keith wants to know when your surgery is. It something? Is it the 28th of January? Is it? Sorry.
He muted himself.
Yeah, I was typing. I was answering Keith. It's on the 28th.
On the 28th, yeah.
Yeah.
See, there you go. I said the 28th. That just goes to prove I watch your videos.
Yes, and I do appreciate that.
Well, I like to watch your videos because when you're doing a tour around your workshop, it just makes me smile.
Yeah, it's I call it organized chaos, and when somebody new comes in, they're just all struck because there's so much to look at. Where do I start? And there's going to come a point where the rafters are just going to come down because I hang so much from the rafters. But that building was built in 1900, so it's 120 years old.
Just so you know, Zip, I wasn't born then.
No, are you sure? Welcome back, Bama Mudmower. Welcome back.
Dougie boy, come on back. He's come back. He's had his breakfast. Link is in the chat, Doug. If you want to come on up, mate, feel free. Mick, the streams are awesome. Well, my streams are only awesome. It got nothing to do with me. The stream is only awesome because of the people in the chat and the people on the panel. If it's just me up here, sat here yakking away, the stream would be crap. So, you know, when you're getting people come from all over the world, coming in to come and say hello, laughing and joking and sharing a common theme of having toolboxes and turning spanners or talking about makeup or doing whatever they want to do, as long as we're all playing nice and having fun, then that's what makes this stream work. If it didn't work, I just simply wouldn't do it. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, it's brilliant. I absolutely love it.
And do you notice, you know, we've been going for three and a half hours nearly, rocking with 40 in the house, and we've had nobody come in and cause any problems. It's all been good. And that just goes to prove if you want drama, you can go and get it. And if you attract drama, you're going to get it. And I believe I don't do any of that. I don't attract the drama. I only want to have a good time. So that's what it's all about for me.
But if it starts, though, you always make fun of it, Mick. That's the whole thing.
I've got broad enough shoulders to deal with most people that come in and want to cause us a cause.
But when you make fun of it, it isn't no fun for them when you're making fun of them.
Exactly.
You know
I know it's a channel coming here a bit earlier on, coming here with no subscribers and what have you, and it's a channel name that I know, which is not the right channel. And they came in, and because they were given no fuel to add to their fire, I assume they've disappeared. But you get them everywhere you go, and you know it's a terrible shame when someone comes in and you're having the right good scream and they just want to come in and ruin your day. But yeah, exactly that, Pete Muppets. That's exactly what we are. But we don't get many of them in here because I tend to deal with them quite well, and everybody else who's in my panel and on my chat has got my back, and that's what works for me. Sorry, been in and out of the panel. I got a new phone and it won't let me switch to a camera on. Well, you need to get yourself sorted out, brother, don't you? You need to get yourself sorted out and buy yourself a laptop or something, and so you can come up here and rock it all day long. Because you're more than welcome on my channel anytime you like. To be fair, it's not the easiest of things to get your camera or whatever it is you got working. I seem to remember visiting someone's live stream a little while ago, but he had like 6 live streams running. Some had no audio, some had no visual, and some you could just hear him chatting in the background. And
Hello,
how you doing? Hello, Zip.
That would have been me. I lost my audio. Yep, I got it all sorted out, but that was frustrating. I finally did get it sorted.
It takes a lot. I don't care what anyone says. It takes a lot to get up, push that live button, and invite people into your shack. It takes a lot to sit here for 2 hours, 3 hours, and sit here and talk and have fun. You know, it's not an easy thing to do, and that's why lots of people don't like coming up on the panel because they're camera shy or whatever it is.
That's why I'm surprised to see Bruce in on your last live stream. I think that's the first time Bruce has done live stream.
No, Bruce has been on my live stream 2 or 3 times since that. I think the only reason he comes up is because me and Bruce are quite close. Off YouTube, off camera, we do email each other regular and we chat and all the rest of it. And we do have something in common which I'm not prepared to discuss. So for that reason, Bruce comes up, and do you know what? Bruce was up last week, and to see his little face smiling away, he was having a ball. He was having the right old laugh. I don't think he wanted to go, but it's nice when you can get some. And he's a big channel, and he's got a massive following. But do you know what? He's only a man behind a camera, no different to anybody else.
He's just as human as the rest of us. He's not let anything go to his head. He does what he does, and like I said in our last live stream, when Bruce was first starting out, I was plugging his channel as hard as I could, and I wanted to see him succeed. And he has way surpassed me, and that makes me feel great that he has succeeded as well as he has.
But like Mick said before, Bruce keeps it real. That's the whole thing.
I think the moral of the story is that when you first start a YouTube channel, you start off with your 1 or 2 subscribers, which are normally your parents or whatever, your kids. That's how I started. You get 2 or 3, then you get up to 500, and then you get up to the magic number, which is where everyone's trying to get to. And I think it's just important to remember that we all started off at exactly the same place, and to just keep doing what you're doing and be the person that you are, and not let YouTube change yourself. You shouldn't be a slave to YouTube. You should only do this if you enjoy it as a hobby.
Exactly. Yeah. Right. Keith Eisenhower. Hey Mick, I know you and Zippo on here. Can you introduce the other visitors on here, please? We've got Snobby the Scrap Picker, and we've got Mike, Dirt Rider, and Dirt Rider and I are both in Indiana, and Mick and Snobby are both in the UK.
And you've got Zip, as you know. You already know Zip. And down here somewhere, I'll bring him back up. His work, I don't know where he's gone. He's probably having something to week. We've got Mike from Lucky 7 Mud Mowers. He's down here. He's working away. He's probably having a tea break. There is room on the chat for 2 more if you want it. Mick, get Dorito to come up on the stream. Everyone's welcome. You don't need to have an invite. I'm not like some streams where you have to be royalty to get up here, or you have to be worthy enough to get onto a stream. I don't mind sitting down here with you guys and girls because that's exactly where I belong, right down in the gutter. I don't pretend to be something I ain't. I am what I am.
Yeah, I have people that email me and they're shocked that they even get a reply from me, and I reply to every single email I get. That's why my email's down in my description.
Hell yeah.
I'm out to help people out. In fact, just the other day I had a gentleman put a comment on my channel asking me the value of a mower. I won't publicly talk about the value of a mower.
Not sure.
So he emailed me, and then I was happy to chat with him about it, and because if I'm not hands-on, I can't value a Simplicity garden tractor. I've got to have my hands on it to be able to value it.
But there's going to be a different value of where that person is and where you're at.
Their location as well. Yes. Yes. Yep. Yep.
Give us a turn around, Snobby. Turn us around, Snob. Turn us around. Let's see the big sign, Snobby. You got to know, yeah, Snobby. The scrap picker on YouTube. There
Snubby, it says.
Snobby, a scrap picker. And do you know what? Those sort of things are really important. And some people snigger at that sort of thing. But to have a sticker on the back of your car or to have a T-shirt on, you'll be surprised how many people actually do stop you. In fact, I'll tell you a quick little story. My brother-in-law, Mike, he had a heart attack just before Christmas this year, as some of you may know. And Zippo's surgery is on the 28th of January. So I went down to go and see him because his wife rang me up and said he's got chest pains and pain down one arm. What do I do? I said, well, ring an ambulance. So don't muck about. So she rang an ambulance. And because I'm actually a first aider, I've been a first aider for, I don't know, 18 years, something like that now, full first aider. And I went down to see him, checked his pulse, checked his breathing, temperature, all was good. Didn't present any problems. When the ambulance crew turned up, they did 3 ECGs, no problems at all. Took him downstairs to another ECG, no problem. So that was good. However, halfway through doing an ECG, the paramedic looked round at me and he said, "Do I know you?" I said, "Well, unless I've been in A&E somewhere, I don't think so." And he just said, "You repair mowers on YouTube, don't you?" So straight out of nowhere, I don't know who this fella was, but he picked me out, and obviously he's been an avid watcher on my channel. So you just never know what circles you run in. But also, what's more important is that since I've been doing my little journey of YouTube, I've come across some absolutely fantastic people, and the gent next door to me, just over there. Me and Snobby are real close now. We're not in each other's pockets, but we chat and we ring each other up, and we on each other's panels, and we share a common interest and what have you. And it's the same with you two gents down there, and everyone in the stream. That's what it's about. It's about chatting and about making friends. And if you can make friends in life, then you're doing all right.
Oh yeah, I agree with that. And I'd just like to say a big respect to Aquatic Ness who's in the chat, because she's an awesome supporter.
There you go. That's what it's about. And without people like Aquatic Nest, Snobby, your channel ain't worth nothing.
No, absolutely. And you know what? It's like this, isn't it? You do come across certain people in YouTube that you feel are your friends and that, and you just sort of split apart, you know. But that's the best way to be. Just go apart. You don't start slandering somebody or anything like that. You just move away, and you know, you don't sort of rant about it, if you know what I mean. Just move away, and you know, just move on.
I think a lot of channels they start off in close knit circles, and they rely on each other for support and all that sort of good stuff. And I think there has to come a line where you say, do you know what, I'm going to do my own thing, and for the better of my own channel. In many ways, I did the same with Roy. Not that me and Roy have fallen out any way, shape, or form, but it wasn't working for my family doing my live streams on a Sunday lunchtime, just because Riley was kicking off and he was getting over the top and all the rest of it, and it weren't working. So I just bit the bullet and said, I'm moving over to my own thing when Riley Boy's in bed, and I'm going to do my own show. I don't think, you know, hand on heart, I don't think Roy was particularly happy with it, but I've got to make that choice for myself, for my family, and for my channel, and it seems that I've actually made a good move. My channel's doing quite well, and I'm not getting Riley Boy coming in and out every 5 minutes, going up into the kitchen, slapping his mum because he wants to talk to Zippo, and Zippo can't hear him. But that's the sort of thing that was happening because the chat is rocking and rolling. You don't always hear Riley, and because someone doesn't talk back to him, he gets a bit upset about it. So you know, I had to make that choice. But you're right, Snob. You know, you run your own channel, you do your own thing. And whether it's right or wrong, it's your bed, you sleep in it.
Yeah, I got a dog that needs to go out.
Yeah. Well, you know what? The biggest thing of all, right, is enjoying it.
Yeah.
Enjoying the company that you're in. You know, having fun with it. We've had a right blinding stream today, a fantastic stream. You know, lots of good people in the chat, and you know, it makes everything, doesn't it?
Of course it does. And like I say, I keep repeating myself. If it's not enjoyable, I just wouldn't do it. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. You know? And we've pulled people from all over the world into one corner of West Sussex in the UK, and we've got electricians, we've got scrappers, we've got mechanics, we've got people who like to keep their toolboxes too tidy. You know, we've got we've got a whole range of people in here that, you know, just want to come in and have fun. And if you can carry on doing that for 2 or 3 hours every week, then, you know, it's definitely worth doing. Dorito says, yes, totally agree with you. Enjoy and be yourself and be true to yourself. Exactly that. If you're going to be fake, people will spot it. People will spot it, and then you're going to open to. It's like I was talking to a friend the other week about YouTube, and they were on about starting their own channel up. And I said to him the problem with YouTube is if you cut a corner, or if you do something wrong and you edit that out, people will ask a question: what happened? Why didn't you show this? Why didn't you show that? And because you're not being true, because you know something didn't go to plan, obviously, people pick up on it, and that's where it starts. So lots of people, and I will pick on Bruce Pinder. Bruce Pinder being one of them. When he makes a mistake in the video, I got feedback, Sparky. He will leave that in. He'll leave it in. You know, because you've got to show the mistakes. Otherwise, you never learn.
And you know, sometimes it's nice to have a bit of rawness about it as well, isn't it? Oh, God.
Oh,
Where's
go. I'm not having that. No, too tired. No, not having it. Not having it. I'm not having that sort of abuse on my channel where you rock up with a tidy toolbox. It's not happening.
Yeah, he's probably just going to polish all that lot.
No.
Mick, introduce all your visitors. All my visitors. What do you mean? People on the panel? People on the panel. You've got Snobby Scrap Picker. Let me. So first of all, we've got Sparky. He's down there. He's got a blue t-shirt on. He has got a channel, but it's not avid at the moment. It's not rocking and rolling with regards to regular videos and stuff. You've got Dirt Rider. He's down here. He's in Indiana. He has got a channel, and he believes he's not in it to win it. However, if you go and check him out and subscribe to his channel and comment on all of his videos, he will absolutely love that. You've also then got me. Yeah, don't need me. You got Snobby Scrap Picker. There he is. Snobby has just been monetized. He's just got up over the level, and he's now starting to pump a few videos out and does a weekly live stream on a Friday night, 7 o'clock. Snobby, or 6:30?
It's probably going to be 7 o'clock still, and I'll probably do one tomorrow, the same time as Mick started his today.
Okay, so you got Snobby Scrap Picker. If you hit Snobby up and then ring his bell, set your notifications to all, then you'll be notified. And then, of course, you got King Zip. There's King Zip down there. He's also over the other side of the pond, as you probably already know him already. So that's who we've got on the panel. As I said, the panel changes from week to week. So,
yeah. Oh, stop showing it. Oh, I can't look at it.
I can resolve that. Where did Mike go? Did I drop Mike out? Hang on. Stay there, Mike. Did I drop you out, Mike? Yeah, I dropped you out, buddy. Sorry, mate. I didn't mean to do that. That's what I like about you. You stick to your guns.
See how Mick treats us over here?
Yeah.
Mike, you see how Mick treats us over here?
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Cheers, Factory. It means a lot that people can actually see that I am actually, I am who I am. There's no hairs and graces. It is what it is with me.
This is the real Mick.
You're genuine.
Look us out, Zippo.
Oh, that's it. Come on,
No, we don't want to see it. Don't want to see it, small engines. No, don't want to see it. I know what he's done. He's put it all nice and neat and everything like that. I see him the other day getting it all out the box, and no.
It don't happen. Brandon, you ain't gonna...
if we do a show, I know that Sparky wants to see it. I want to see it, and Mike wants to see it.
At the end of the day, I have the power of the accept button. And if you got a tidy toolbox, you ain't gonna bring your ass up here. That's
3 more toolboxes down there of tools.
What are you showing me, Sparky? Hang on, slow down, sweetheart. Slow down, sweetheart. You got to remember, I've got buttons everywhere here. I'm trying to keep up with you. Right, let's see it. Slow down, take it easy, slow it down so people can see it.
There's a saw, one of the saws. So yeah, 3 more toolboxes down there. Hey, I love tools.
Yeah, you're the biggest Tom.
Charming, thank you. Next time you want to link, yeah, fine. Yeah, next time, yeah. We'll play that
Sparky,
game.
Yeah, Sparky, there is one.
Sparky, drop me link in the chat here, please.
Oh, I'll think about it.
There is one thing you always bring to my stream, mate, which I thoroughly enjoy.
Feedback.
It's to do with StreamYards.
I think it is. I was actually on a panel last night. I was over at Jim's Lawn Care. He's over in America, and he was having some hideous feedback. But I don't know what it is. Your feedback just tends to creep in, Sparky, and creep out again. So I don't know what you got.
Yeah, I was on Whirlies earlier, and Whirlies no feedback whatsoever.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't think it's me. I've now got this microphone set up how I want it, and it seems to. I'm not getting that noise, am I, Snob? That whacking noise, am I?
Right, let's have a last one, shall we?
What are you going to do? Cook something?
No, this is my other one. My other toolkit.
What's that? Your lunchbox?
No, this is just my toolkit. Oh, it could be my lunchbox as well, but yeah, but no. No, my toolbox,
Snobby, have you got to update the software? Or your software, right?
But it's clean and tidy. It's clean every single time I use it. So it's nice and tidied every time.
I'll tell you something. Boats has gone fishing. Do you know what? I think I've just done the same thing. I think that hook's well in there.
To be around here.
Blackfoot Lawn Care is in here. How you doing, Lawn and Show? How you doing? Nice to see you, buddy boy. Thanks for popping in.
I'm just putting my mobile phone, you know what I mean? My mobile phone, because I like to make sure it's clean.
I can't hear Sparky.
What's going on about?
I've got no idea. He can calm himself down. Obviously, he's had too much caffeine. That's what's happened. Black Folk's just come on in. How you doing, Black Folk? You have just reached towards the end of the live stream. We've been rocking and rolling here for 3.5 hours already, and we've had a cracking day. One of my best mates, Pete Froud, is in also. If you haven't checked out Pete Froud, go and check him out. Have a little look at him. And Doritos, what's Dorit saying? Got to be doing a 3D printer review soon. Okay, I'll check it out, mate. You're cool. That sounds good. That sounds good.
Yeah,
There's room on for one more for the last sort of 5 minutes if you want it, people. There is a link there in the chat. Feel free to come up for the last 5. I can't guarantee what the last 5 minutes will look like, but
Shut up and let me get a word in edgewise.
feel free, Zip. Knock yourself out.
I just wanted to tell Sparky that I got his email and I read it, and good on you. I will let you know when things are rocking.
I'll hold that for you, Sparky, when he sends it to me. I'll make sure it gets delivered to you. I promise.
After a little test trial run.
Definitely.
Well, I'm going to lose my keys to my toolbox now. Come on.
Oh.
Whoa. You actually have a set of keys to your toolbox?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I do too. All of them. Every single one of them.
Yeah.
What, you lock them up?
Yeah, I've got to lock them up away from myself when I've got the urge to go out and I know I have no business doing it.
Do you know what the first thing was I threw away from my toolbox when I first got it?
The key.
Yeah.
Only because I knew what would happen. I'd lock it up. I'd never be able to find it again. So I have to get the angle grinder out.
Oh, yeah.
Got keys for all of them.
Well, coming down tonight.
Guys, I know that we're getting towards the end of the stream. Thanks everybody over in the chat for popping in and out and sticking with us. And Rick, you've been a brilliant host for us. I thank you very much.
Well, I do try.
Snobby, great to see you. Mike, great to see you. Sparky, great to see you. So we'll let Mick take it from here because I know he's got to go.
Yeah.
I have. Unfortunately, it is past, and I would like to go for another half an hour just to sort of round it off, but it's not going to happen. So, don't forget before we all dash out the room. Most importantly, is Snobby Scrap Picker is going to be going live tomorrow. What time, Snob?
12 o'clock.
12 o'clock. Midday UK time. Snobby Scrap Picker will be live, no doubt. As long as I get my ass out of bed because I work nights, I will try and come down to the old shack.
No, Snobby, you're
I'll
killing me.
advertise you. I'll advertise you on the other channels as well for you, mate.
Cool. So don't forget, Snobby will be up and about and doing the same sort of thing as what I do. In fact, we look near enough the same. If you watch EastEnders at all, apparently I'm the Phil Mitchell and of a Grant Mitchell, and Snobby is a Phil because he's just slightly older. Thank you very much, Zippo, for coming up, mate. As always welcome. Much appreciated to see you, Zip. I do really appreciate your company as well as you, Mike. It's been awesome having you up. Sparky, tar. And
cheers, man.
I have also got down here Mike. I don't know where he is. I don't know where Mike's gone. Mike, I'm off now, buddy. I'll see you later on, mate. Take it easy.
See you, Mike.
Bye, Mike.
See you, Mike. Bye.
So I'll kick you out of the basement, Mike. There's Lucky Sevens. Let me kick him out of the basement so he's gone. Yeah, he's gone. Lovely. So thank you, everybody in the chat. I can't name you all because I've got 41 in the house still. I've been rocking at 41 for 3 hours nearly solid, which is fantastic. That just goes to show that what I'm doing, hopefully, I'm doing it right. So thank you to everybody in the chat. On your way out, if you can give me a little thumbs up, it does help towards the growth of my channel and makes me more popular, which means more people come in, more people come on the panel and makes the show even better. That's what it's all about. So thank you very much. I look forward to seeing you all again soon. If the people on the panel can start dropping off, pushing your red button, and I can close the stream down and I can get my ass in the wall.
Thanks again, Mick.
No worries, fellas. Take it easy. I'll see you all soon.
Good day.
Bye. Bye. See you, Mick. Bye.
Bye, mate. Bye.
Bye.